bigger, and that's coming up for you in a little bit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need to let you know that what I'm about to show you now for your first one of this hour, I've got 46 chances, did you say? 46 chances, that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. This is one of the rarer colours of your beautiful gemstone, and this is one of the best times to buy this beautiful gemstone. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my faves, opal. This went exceptionally well last time I brought this to you. I think this is the strand I brought to you last time. Yep, we sold 175 last time. This is the last 46. So if you want to come and get this, you've got to be extremely, extremely quick off the mark. Blue opal demands massive price tags. Blue opal demands those because it is one of the rarer varieties, in particular from this location. Blue opal also demands those higher price points because when you're seeing coloured opals, you're seeing the likes of these pieces being created and being sold at auctions for vast, vast, vast amounts of money. And that is because they are so unique, they are so individual, and they give you something you don't expect. And that is the opportunity for opalescence. You won't believe this unless you've seen it. In fact, Mark, can you pop on over here for me for a second? Oh gosh, I sounded like one of those sort of... Mark, can you pop into my office for a second? Can you pop over here for just a second for me?
Why?
Because I want you to have a look at this opal. Blue opal.
Okay.
Blue.
Okay.
Let me hold it up to the light for you. I'm going to have to hold it quite tall, because that's it, yeah, thanks for the lean. Can you see any other colours?
Oh gosh, look at that. It's like Labradorite colouring, isn't it? Oh yeah, I see the pinks actually.
Yes.
Yeah. What I really like about this strand is it's not faceted.
Yeah.
As nature intended, it's just beautiful. It looks like it's got similar tones to banded agate, hasn't it?
A little bit, yeah. What kind of colours, apart from the blue then, do you see?
Pinks, purples around the base there. Oh gosh, yes, cerise pinks actually.
Cerise, isn't it? It really is exceptional. Now the thing is, depending on how you hold this and what lighting it's in, you can see even more of them. It is just so eye-catching, isn't it?
It's got opalescence, like you said.
Yeah. It really has. Thanks, Mark.
That's all right.
You know, just as another person's opinion, pinks you're getting within the heart of this. You don't get to see that on all opal at all. I've got to say to you that the last coloured opal I brought to you that was similar to this, me and Fleur went to a break intentionally straight afterwards. We went on her tablet and we ordered one each. It has a stunning glow to it. Obviously, you won't get it in every single one, but you will get it in one or two, I'm sure, and it's going to shine when you hold it up to different types of light. Try it out with a candlelight, try it out in your daylight, try it out in your own living room. This is going to come to life at £9.95, Mark.
Really?
£9.95. You would never normally expect that, would you?
No, not at all.
I mean, have you seen
incredible.
something like that often?
No, I don't think. Well, how often do we get blue opal?
Hardly ever. Hardly ever.
That's just beautiful. Oh, there aren't any letters following it either.
No. What do you mean? It's not treated? Is that what you mean? No, it's natural. Blue opal
for
is...
£9.95?
Yeah. Blue opal is natural. Someone's actually just messaged in saying, how is it so blue? It's naturally forming. It's all to do with kind of the cocktail of elements. Basically, when opal's being made, the silica-based substance, which, okay, so you get the earth water that's the crust in the centre of the earth. Don't forget, everyone always says, don't they, that we have loads of ocean on the earth, but there's actually a bigger ocean underneath the crust of the earth, if that makes sense. Well, in the crust of the earth. So you've got that rises and drops over time, and it brings and picks up loads of little silica elements to build up all these tiny, tiny, tiny rondelles. And basically, it can pick up the elements that have a gentle blue hue, but because they don't sit perfectly next to each other, they sit all bundled up, you do get an intense colour. So I hope that explains it. Really, really, really stunning. Well done to everyone who got that one. Yeah, it's there. Shall I read it out? Big thing about the 70s, no internet, no mobile phones, and 3 channels on the telly. How did we cope? Says Phil. No internet, I could cope with for probably about an hour. No, that's a lie. Probably about 6 hours. 6 hours on a general day I could do without.
Okay.
No mobile phone I could do without for probably about a week, I'll be honest. I'm not very attached to my mobile phone at all. Very rarely am I on my mobile phone. And 3 channels on telly. That would be I could live without that for about 34 seconds. Thank you very much, Phil, for that. Okay, that has sold out. Moving on over. Well done to everyone who got that. I absolutely love that. Okay, Labradorite now for you in a collection of your strands. I haven't got that, sorry, Babs. 3, did you say? Sorry, babe, but yeah, I've got box 3, but it's empty. Oh, 14. Just making some up. Okay, it's over here. I've got for you Labradorite now, and this is gonna be one of those rhymes with fearance style prices. The opposite of dearance. It's the opposite of dearance. Dear? Because if something's dear, yeah? If something's dear, like not like me. Oh gosh, sorry. Sorry. Unintentional impression of a deer, which I've got to say, less than accurate. Sorry, just, things like that just happen, don't they? Accidental impressions of animals. Not that type of animal, the other type of deer, the opposite. Stunning Labradorite. It would go fantastically with those 925 and Labradorite spaces you had as part of your kit that I think sold out earlier on. Your price point today on this strand, £11.95 for not just one, not even 2, but 3 strands for Labradorite. Labradorite is the type of gemstone that we usually less than 40. Less than 4 of each, so less than £4 each. Labradorite, bearing in mind, usually the type of gemstone that you would expect, minimum Labradorite, $9.95. It can go up, obviously, for the likes of things like cabs, you can be close to the £30, sometimes £40 price point, depending. But strands, $9.95, sometimes, $17.95, $18.95, but never £4. What do you think of that?
That's fantastic. Again, it's that really nice 6mm size again, isn't it?
Yes.
I love those dark ones. They're really interesting, aren't they?
Yeah. Again, just Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just Mother Nature organising it. Karen. Hi, Becky, Mark and crew. Let's say hello to the crew. We've got in the blue jumper, Michael. He's looking ready to work. I'm joined today in the very dark box room by Bruce and Dion. But the camera isn't working. We would show you. They're waving like they're in some sort of... They're waving. What's that from? He's waving.
Chris Miles.
Chris Miles?
He's waving, yeah.
No. Am I thinking of Mr. Chips?
Car park catchphrase.
Car park catchphrase?
Yeah,
Car park catchphrase? Catchphrase? Oh, I don't know. I'm also joined by the wonderful lady who's just as per usual, just rocking the hair. It's the wonderful Cass. Hey, Cass. Where are you, Cass? Hey, Cass Cam. Hello, she's saying, and crew, loving the show. Mark, you are looking very country gent. Suits you, sir. From Karen.
Can I just say to Karen, a big kiss, first of all, and a massive, massive, massive thank you for my more than generous birthday gift that I received a few days ago. There is a card on its way. I didn't want you to think that I'd forgotten. So massive, massive thank you.
Can I be right nosy and ask what it was? You can just tell me to know.
3 strands of tasseled gemstones. Including some of my favourites. So thank you. I was very, very touched. It was incredibly generous. Really generous. So
that
thank you.
is so thoughtful.
Yeah, so thank you.
Aw. Hey, Christine. Hi, Mark. I remember when you were scared of wire. I have just seen you wrapping the wire, and you look warming the wire, and you look perfectly natural. Your rose is beautiful, and that is from Christine. You did used to stay away from wire, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm making a ring, which I never make a ring because I can't make rings.
Well, you can. You've
So
just knocked
it's-
one up there.
Well, it's not good. You can have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
not.
This, by the way, is basically we got him a challenge for his 4-hour show, and then obviously he only had one left, and I've basically forced him to make something with that last one. Because on the strand you use them all, don't you? So he's making a ring. Can't wait to see that in a little bit. I've got some made-up jewellery next. Well done to everyone who got that. I've got some made-up jewellery with the next bundle. Let me show you the gemstones first. this is a bit sort of, this makes me think 70s, 80s.
Yes.
That kind of pop of pink. I even sounded like a radio presenter from the 70s then. Pop of pink. No?
No.
Okay. You've got here your 8mm rounds, and these are your Fuchsia agate. What you get is that really wonderful hot heat, hot pink pop, and that juxtaposes with that deep, rich 100% tone. I think this strand is really, really phenomenal. Do you know what? I'm going to say it because I can say it when Ben's not working. He doesn't like it when I say it otherwise. It's a bit of a sexy strand. He hates that word when I say it. It is though, look at it. I mean, it's passionate, it's flirty, it's sexy. It is, it's got that really gorgeous kind of movement to it. It's got that wonderful sort of delicateness in the sense of the facets on there are quite small, and so when they twinkle it's quite delicate, but then it's got a big fierce impact of colour. What do you think of this?
No, it's beautiful. I really like it.
Yeah, yeah. That's fab, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to show you the made-up jewellery on this in a second, but first off, let's get your price point in, shall we? Telephone bidders. Now's your opportunity. What is the price point on those? Less than £3 each. You're looking at about £2.90 something each, ladies and gentlemen, for all three of these strands. Yeah, okay, we're saying farewell to the vintage fair, and how are we saying that? We're bringing you vintage prices. That is a very, very special deal for you, ladies and gentlemen. It truly is something epic. And I want to show you what Anne's created for us here as well. Like how she's got the jump rings in between every single one of these. It gives it just a unique look. It almost makes them look like every single one of them's got a beading cap, or like every one of them's cut in a certain different way, particularly when you look around here. And I like how she's gone, again, for not only the silver pairing, but also the gold pairing. Oh, sorry, I got my hand in shot then. Oh, I haven't seen a memory wire bracelet in ages, but they look great on it, don't they, Mark?
That's brilliant. I love memory wire bracelets.
Yeah.
Got quite an affinity with them. That's beautiful. That is ace, actually. That's really nice. So how much is the bundle for the three?
For three, £8.95.
£8.95. Gosh. I'd charge £15 for that on its own.
Oh, yeah. And I'd be happy to come to your stall and pay that.
Yeah.
I would. Thanks, Anne.
That's
Mrs.
brilliant.
Lee, oh my goodness, where have you been? Saying, Becky, we wore blue eyeshadow in the 70s. It was pink in the 80s. We're always out. We're always out in the 70s, so TB wasn't an issue. Love you all, and that is Lee. Lee, I want to let you know that I've got pink here and blue here. Can you see that? Blue there. So I'm rocking a bit of both. But yeah, I suppose out all the time, partying, following the mirror balls.
See, I never lived any of that life.
No. Well, you weren't born in the 70s, Mark.
Yes, I was.
Were you? No, you weren't.
Early 70s as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You do not look like
72
you were.
I was born.
Wowzers.
Just had my 44th birthday.
Doesn't look a day over 32, does he, ladies and gentlemen? Does he? £8.95 for you today on this one. Loads of you coming in for this. Really nice to see you all today. Does anyone fancy getting their hands, whilst with the last few of you are getting the collection, any of you fancy getting your hands on something stunning, bright, beautiful, and a bit blue? Stop by. The graphics are in. Now's your opportunity to come on in and get your hands on a really very special, bright, breezy moonstone. I want to take you through this section by section, just so I can really get a good spin on this, and I want you to look out for any interesting properties you can see. Not only am I getting blues in this section, I'm getting golds too. Move along a little bit. You will note that these get larger as you move along, which does give the opportunity for more surface area. It also means, therefore, that you get a more opportunity for the light to kind of translate through these in different ways. So it gives you more of that kind of sheen and shiller. Did you see how on every single part of this strand you're getting a bit of colour just shimmering under the surface, whether it be blue, gold, even had some teals to my eye, and up here, now you can't probably see it, but up here on that one, I'm getting a lot of pink as well. Obviously, it's going to be easier to see this kind of beauty and this sort of quality when you get this home. Why? Because basically the lights in here are so intense, they bleach out the effect in this. Also, you're looking at this through many panes of glass. There's panes of glass in the camera for focusing. There's a pane of glass on the lens of it. There's a pane of glass even on your TV screen. And every single element and layer of that also kind of minimizes this sheen and schiller. But what does that mean for you? Well, it means that you know you can make your 30-day money-back guarantee if needs be, but also you know that it means you're more than likely going to be really over the moon when you get this home, because it's going to look better in real life. It is time for Dio to whap her arrows out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll this down. You ready? You're gonna be shocked. Everyone saw the blue schiller though, right? Your price for it today, ladies and gentlemen, for your rainbow moonstone, £14.95. When Dion gets her arrows out, she means it. £14.95. What do you think of that?
That's really good. It's really nice to see all that schiller as well. It's really nice, all that blue. It's beautiful.
It's
really nice
so eye-catching, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible.
I'm absolutely over the moon for every single one of you. I just want to let you know that we are aware there's loads and loads of new people who have been joining us of late. We've had kind of campaigns running in lots of different magazines, etc. So we know loads of new people are joining us. But anyone who's just joined us, or maybe only joined us in the last few days or so, it's really nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Becky. I don't usually dress like this. In fact, I don't think I'll ever dress like this again. 20 minutes it took me to do this up, and I look like I buttoned it wrong. Did someone actually say, did you button it wrong? Yeah. A, cheeky. B, no, this is just the style of it. But it took me a full 20 minutes to do it up. Anyway, yeah, my name's Becky. I don't usually dress like this. But I basically just want to let you all know that with this beautiful piece that you have here, that schiller, that's basically the light that rattles underneath the surface of it almost. It's the light that gives you this ping of blue that was there and then it wasn't there and then it turned teal, etc. That is natural. And by natural I mean we haven't added that on. We haven't painted that with, you know, a bit of glitter, a bit of body glitter. You know, we haven't sort of got a pixie to sit inside there with a torch. You know, it's natural. It's Mother Nature creating that. Dion, at this rate, I will have to sell the shed. Lou keeps hiding out in the shed. She's gonna have to sell it soon. We have had 3 TV channels. We only had 3 TV channels in the 70s, and 1 TV. My dad watched football, so as kids went out and played in the street park and went to museums. Oh, Beverly, love that. Yeah, see, there is a positive side to just having a few TV channels. But I think, for me, when I'm working at home, when I'm doing work at home, I need something on in the background.
My mum used to punish me and my sister with TV.
Oh.
My mum is a massive sports fan. Any sport going, she watches. And if we were naughty, they never hit us. There was never any punishment like that. What she would do, she would make us sit and watch an entire afternoon of cricket with her on the TV. That is real punishment.
Oh, wow.
I can't bear cricket. I can't even. The thought of it now, it's had some sort of effect on me. But that was my mum's punishment.
Was it to sit
all afternoon, 4 hours of watching cricket on TV.
That is so. So kids, be good. Yeah, be good, guys. That's funny. I've never had anything like that. It is a great deal, a great price point there for you. It truly is. $14.95. Good work to every single one of you. Loads of you still coming through on the lines on these ones too, which is always nice to see. It's nice to know me and Mark aren't lonely here at Jewellery Maker. £14.95. Okay, bringing you. Oh, sorry, my earpiece keeps coming out. It's being silly. Get back in. Okay, bringing you. Don't speak. Sterling. Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm about to bring you something that you are gonna love. This deer.
He's quite cute. Oh, I
Oh
see.
my gosh, he's adorable. Oh my gosh, I love him. Has anyone noticed that there's stags everywhere at the moment? Anyone noticed that? There's stags absolutely everywhere at the moment. Homeware, cushions. I've seen them on hip flasks. Pictures of stags everywhere. And canvases with prints of stags on. I mean, it's just this homeware thing at the moment, apparently. I think he is absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, as well. Sorry, I've just picked off the table there for a second. The weight of him. You can feel the quality of this. What's the weight on it? 3.98 grams worth of genuine, real deal silver. You've got on here, let me get my fingers out of the way. You've got on here as well the stunning Lustre Claw clasp, which you could obviously clip this on and off if you want to use as a bag charm, or you could just take it off because you've got an open jump ring there. If you want to use this on, say, a charm, and you can just keep that for something else. It does state that it's 925 upon it as well, so all of your customers or gifters or friends will know. Oh, look, he's smiling. This deer is stunning. But I tell you what, we're Jewellery Maker, so at least we know this deer won't be dear. £8.95 for you. I told you, that's not dear at all, is it? £8.95 for you
He's
today.
solid. Do you think he's absolutely solid?
He feels it. He's he's nearly 4 grams worth of silver. He's 3.98 grams. So I think he probably is. He feels very hefty. And another reason I would suggest he is if you look around, there's no obvious seam. And sometimes when things are fused together, you can see a bit of a seam, but there's no obvious seam on anywhere on him. Oh, Miss Lee, I had a dress like yours in 1973. It didn't have buttons though. It was tied up, one big dress-shaped piece of material, which my mum sewed me into. I was only 16 at the time, better safe than sorry, and that is Lee and Ken. I'll be honest with you, this has got cords hanging all over the place. Look, I've been hiding it, but there's like cords and stuff all over it. Look. Oh, look, here's one. Look, and there's one like at the back
sure
here.
You put it on right?
and I've got some at the back as well, which I didn't know what to do with them, so I've just thought, I have no idea. I mean, what is this? You meant to tie it over your head? Oh, maybe. yeah, maybe. Oh my gosh, I'm so 70s right now. Maybe. So, yeah, Mrs. Lee, I've got that exact look. Beverly, I made mine watching snooker.
Yeah,
I made mine watch snooker, lol. They weren't naughty very often.
Black and white back then as well. So black and white TV watching snooker. Exactly.
Look, it haunts him to this day. That is a haunted face, isn't it? Hello, Anne. She's saying, hi, I get deer in the field beside my house and about 5 miles away in the forest of Queen Mother May Castle. Oh, wow. The place you live sounds like the ideal place I can imagine Mark setting up a manor.
Yes.
As part of his estate. So I can imagine. Oh, that's such a beautiful image. I love things like this, I really do. When you think of the deer, when you think of the stag, deer and stag, I think family. I think coats of arms. I think kind of status. There's something about a stag and a deer family. I also obviously think thumper, but you know, there's those sort of things that come to mind, isn't it? I love those. If you don't know what thumper refers to, it's off of Bambi. Okay. Oh, Mark. Prepare yourself. I've got some real good treats coming up for you. I've just spied a gemstone that I think you're going to love. I've got here these nuggets. Oh, hello. Sorry, am I in the wrong box? Ah, here I am. I've got a strand that's just caught out the side of my eye that we're going to bring to you in a bit that you're going to fall in love with. I have a feeling you might quite like these as well, though.
I do like these, yeah. They're beautiful.
What is it about these that you like?
Is this cloudy quartz?
I would describe it as a cloudy quartz.
Yeah.
It's technically, in this instance, called a grey colour dyed quartz.
Oh, okay.
But I would refer
like
to it
cloudy.
as it's like a cloudy look,
it's a really
isn't
nice
it?
colour, isn't it? Really nice colour. Matches your dress pretty much.
It does a little bit, yeah, it does. What would you be doing with something like this? Because they are quite large. They're a 10 mil. Now I know that you had a 16 mil in your amazing kit earlier, but what would I be doing with a 10 mil?
It's a really good, actually good shade of colour for gents jewellery. So I don't see why a gent shouldn't just wear stretchy bracelets as well.
Yeah.
A couple of jump rings in there just to separate the stones maybe. But no,
That's
it's beautiful.
good.
This colour with rose quartz is really nice. Grey and pink. They're beautiful together.
Just had a thought. Those cufflinks you made earlier on with the Labradorite
Love
at
it
the
on
bottom.
the inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a Beyonce flick then.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Not a day goes by where I'm not compared to Beyonce, Mark. It's old hat now. You've got a mammoth carat weight on this, 260 on each strand.
Gosh.
So a massive amount in total, isn't there? Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, triple trouble. Now, can I just let you know that clearance is not lasting today? I've only got another half an hour left of clearance. 3 strands of this at £9.95, and actually it's reminiscent of some of the Pantone colours, isn't it? There is some kind of grey, almost foreboding, gentle Pantone colours out this year. Pantone, of course, being kind of the company that regards themselves as the place to go for colour and does fashion and homeware and all this other stuff, and kind of puts out palettes that people tend to follow. And even if you don't know exactly about Pantone, you want to bet your bottom dollar that in about 6 months you're probably going to own most of the Pantone range in your wardrobe without even noticing. And mix this with faceted any green beads. That is going to look eye-catching.
Actually, yes. Oh, imagine green onyx with it. That would be amazing.
Ooh, like that idea. One of those green onyx gemstone chains.
Yeah.
Would look a bit special with it, wouldn't it? Yeah, any green, because do you know what? You could do kind of a bit of a British springtime with the silver, couldn't you?
When I was having a little nose in the box earlier, as I do, in one of the little trays are some, I think it might be Amazonites, chips and nuggets, or has that been moved? I think, are they still there?
Possibly say.
Because that would look really nice with this grey. Are those the ones?
These ones?
Yeah. I think that's just stunning. Are we
You're
going to show
a
them?
snoop.
I am a real snoop.
Smith.
Yeah, I am.
It's all right, we'll let you off. They do look fantastic together,
yeah,
actually.
That's incredible. Like, the 2 hues are just perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I love those together. Don't you just... They just work, don't they?
Yeah.
It doesn't need explanation. It just works. We have got those coming up for you a little bit later on. £9.95 95 pence for this collection here. Don't forget, for me, it is the real deal. It's genuine gemstone. I've got about 27 minutes left of the clearance, so if you want to treat yourself to some goodies, now's your opportunity to do so. Not everything in this time will be clearance, but we're going to throw loads of clearance deals in, such as this price point that you're seeing on your screen now for 3 of them. Nice work, everybody. How do you feel about a very quickity quiggles, move it, 60 chances clearance? It's not, what is it? It's not this box though, is it? No, it's not. Is it? Okay. Wow, I'm doing clearance on this Gift of Nature. I remember doing this. I'm pretty sure I launched this, or I was definitely one of the first 2 to do this. And I can remember a price point in my mind. And I tell you what, the price point that this was ridiculous. You're going to make it ridiculous, she just said. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to show you these. These are not clearance strands. 60 chances on these. You probably shouldn't tell me the price point on it, if I'm honest. Is this going to be sort of staff costs? Check staff cost. Yeah. I've got for you better than staff cost. Well, that says it all, doesn't it? I've got for you here, ladies and gentlemen, a stunning collection of your gemstones. First things first, I'm showing you this exceptional peridot. Very few inclusions on this. Don't forget, we did go through a time where there was inclusions on pretty much all of the peridot. In fact, I remember bringing this strand once and we didn't actually play it in the end, but one of my team members saying, oh, by the way, I did a recording of that pre-night. Oh, it's actually a peridot. It was just so heavily included, you know, that you couldn't tell. This gemstone isn't. This is clear, this is bright, this is beautiful, and it lets that fire shine through. Please don't forget for me. Gems Distinction Collection, so it's going to get that, isn't it? I've then got for you your really rich garnet. Now this garnet is coming from your African region, and what you get with this type of garnet is a really, really intense saturation. It's like a wine, it's like a mulled drink, it's almost port-like in its colour. But because of the quality and because of the almost diaphanity you get with these, you get that light centralising and kind of dispersing from the centre of the gemstone. It's so eye-catching, it's almost mesmerising. And again, the quality is this, absolutely exceptional. In particular is your Mozambique garnet. And last but by no means least, sky blue topaz. The highest, brightest RI of any other topaz. That means that you get, in fact you can see it, you know, as I'm moving my hands, can you see how you get these droplets of lights underneath my fingers with this? That's because this gemstone puts so much light not only within the gem but also back to your eye line. It's going to make you glow, it's going to give you a luminosity, it's going to brighten up the skin in which area you wear this. It gives you such a brightness. The quality of this is in the box. This is the type of box we usually reserved for the likes of our diamonds, for the likes of our, you know, hardly ever seen gemstones. It's gems of distinction, OMW, or maybe oh my word, oh I've never heard that before. OMW, heaven, says Lou. Okay, I know, I'm there with you, I'm scared. Price point today, ladies, go D, go, it's sky blue, great show. Okay. Please say we're just taking £1 off that, yeah? Go on. Yay! £33.95. Yay! Another pound. Can I please remember, whenever Dion's pressing the pound button on this, remember, it's like you're finding £1 at the back of your sofa. Another pound's come off. Now think about it this way. If you found £1 down the back of your sofa, you wouldn't be like, ah, rubbish, I'm just going to bin that, would you? The pounds down the back of the sofa has stopped. I'm now about to go to a coat and find a whole week's worth of pocket money in there. That is mammoth. No way. Ladies and gentlemen, if me and Mark wanted this, we'd have to get on the phone and put on fake voices because it's better than staff cost.
Gosh. To have that sky blue to go with the London from earlier. What a combination.
Whoa, that's going to pop, isn't it? That's going to bring you so much brightness and delight. And speaking of delight, guess who's in? It's Brother Pete, looking very smiley today. And that is an amazing price point. You're right with the London blue. I did it at £2 London blue topaz earlier on. I mean, wow. But I only had 22 the last one. I think they're both sold out. But that is an amazing deal. Do you know what? I'm going to move on now because these are flying out the door as quick as you like. I'm bringing to you now something that actually will go great. I would say stay on the phone line because right here, right now, I'm bringing you a beautiful star-by. Brand new, a phenomenal smoky quartz. It's natural. It's natural. It's natural smoky quartz. It's natural. Okay. Wow. Okay, first things first. When is the last time you saw a strand of smoky quartz? I haven't this weekend that I can recall. I did some drops, like those Labradorite drops you had, but those weren't a strand.
I think it was a faceted strand on the clearance weekend.
Maybe that's the last one you saw. So that would be not this weekend, obviously the weekend before. So
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, approximately 2 weeks ago, right? I can't think of a time, so I'm gonna play it in the middle and say in the last week, maybe. Okay. When's then the last time you saw a strand of natural smoky quartz? Because I'm going to put this out there and say, I, Rebecca Redican, can honestly say I have a feeling that I have not seen a natural strand of smoky quartz since last year. And I mean September time, off the top of my head. This is a rarity, isn't it?
Just looking at it, I can tell it's natural. It's
Yeah.
just because you've got the dark base, and as it goes up to the point, it gets paler, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You don't get that with. This is beautiful. I love the shape as well.
It is absolutely dramatic. Don't forget what we've got with smoky quartzes. We've got a very, very, very historic gemstone. It's a gemstone which has been loved throughout the ages. It used to be mined for a short time in Scotland, and it was said to have been Queen Victoria's one of her favourite gemstones that there were. She believed that it was a gemstone that kind of brought reverence, that brought kind of strength, and it was a gemstone that she was said to wear and had within many pieces around the home in her jewellery and homeware. It is a phenomenal treat to be able to get your hands on a natural variety. Now you might think, Becky, isn't smoky quartz, that's always natural, isn't it? Oh my goodness, no. Genuinely, most smoky quartz aren't. Most smoky quartz comes out of the ground as quartz and then gets smoked, okay? So smoking is a treatment that is added upon a quartz, upon a gemstone, that basically gives it this rich, rich brown heated look, this rich, rich tone. Very rarely do you get natural smoky quartz. If you're a bit of a connoisseur and you want that look that Mark was talking about of where you could see it gets deeper, and as I move it, that deepness actually stays. See at the base, it's really, really deep and dark, but you actually get light within it. You're not likely to get that glow. Do you see what I mean? So it's really, really dark there, and then hang on, keep your eye on that one. You see how you're getting those almost golden hues in that darkened section? Almost like a shiller, isn't it? Almost.
That's beautiful.
That you don't get in a smoky quartz. You don't tend to anyway, and that's because the smoking itself doesn't give much kind of opportunity for that light to react in a normal way in which it would within a smoky quartz. Because obviously a clear quartz and a smoky quartz have been naturally created in different ways by Mother Nature. This is a very rare opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. The arrows have gone down and people have added this to their baskets like they were hotcakes. Your price point today, I cannot wait to see. That is not the price I would tend to expect for any style of smoky quartz. I mean, it's so Art Deco, it's so glamorous, there's so much on here. That price point, ladies and gentlemen, brand spanking new. I haven't seen this in ages. Congratulations to every single one of you who's already got this. Lou saying, I adore this now. I replaced it for my black gems. It's much softer. Do you know what, Lou? I'm one of those ladies who, I don't mind wearing kind of black clothes, etc. But I like a colour pop alongside them, or I like something, I will very rarely wear black and white. For me, it seems to wash me out, it seems quite harsh on me. I don't know what it is, whether it's my hair colour, my eye colour, skin colour, or whatever, but black and white on me, it just looks too over the top. Monochrome isn't something that suits me. Me, myself, yeah, greys and white, perfect. Even sort of beiges and black, you know, the gentler tones of these, perfect. So Lou, completely understand you on that. I imagine a lot of ladies and gents out there feel that way. Mark, I would love to know, what would you think of doing with this, please?
Again, it would be brûlée wrapping. And I'm just going to, I always point this out, and I sound like a broken record, but the distance between the drill hole and the tip of the bead is really important when you're brûlée wrapping. And looking at this strand, there's a good 2 or 3 millimetres between the drill hole and the tip, so you've got plenty of movement to do your wrapping. I think it's beautiful. And they're all the same size as well, which is fantastic. Yeah, doing graduated waterfall earrings, you know, maybe 5 in graduating pieces of metal. With that silver chain we had earlier would be amazing.
That's really nice. That metre's worth that we got. I think that did sell out, that metre's worth. These are mixed with smoky quartz chain heaven. How would you do that?
We just turn this into a rosary link, and then you take off one of the little links off of your chain, turn that into a rosary, attach it to this. It's a bit fiddly, but it's definitely worth it.
I would say 100% worth it. I like that idea a lot. Oh, I want these spruced, I want these sprinkled, I want these draping from chain at loads of different angles. I want this with a backless dress kind of, you know, going down the spine. I just think it's absolutely stunning, I really do. £9.95, brand spanking new for you, roll down price. I do need to make it very clear to you that that price point will change at 8 o'clock. Therefore, you do have to get it back in your baskets and checked out before that time, or else you'll have to pay that original price point. Okay, everyone, how do you feel now? Well done to everyone who got that. Of getting your hands on something which is going to make the deluxe, that's going to make your life easier. In particular, if you like to finish off beaded designs with something that secures and looks beautiful, the well-known crimp. Now these are always so popular. Crimping pliers, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you think these are so popular, Mark?
I'd like to know why they're deluxe, first of all.
No problem. It's because, well, there's a couple of reasons to it. Number one is the handles on them. So if I show you them, on the other ones you've just got the flat plain handles, as it were. These ones you have got the texturing within there, so it's better on your grip. And also, can you see you've got that little bit that kicks out like we do in our luxury comfort grip designs. It's all for kind of the comfort of them. And also, one thing that I would state is, you know, in the other side you get the two sections. You get kind of an extra one here.
Oh,
now, although
cutting your wire.
Yeah. So you get all of the kind of different elements within here, which again you don't tend to get.
Do you know why I use mine? Because I find them really fiddly.
Do you?
Yeah. So what I use the hole at the tip to close my crimp covers.
Ah, got you.
So I don't actually use them for crimps. I use them to put my crimp covers on.
Oh, that's clever. Also, you can
really,
use it for
really
loads of things.
Yeah.
For everyone who uses them in the way of to use them with your crimps, what you do is you get your crimp, which is that little tube you get in your findings. You put it in this one here, so the second one back. You do this, and it turns it into a little smile shape. Can you see that there? Turns it into a smile. So that's already locking the cords in place, but then obviously you've got a smile shape and it doesn't look that finish off and it can be a bit scratchy. So all you have to do is move it up along one. Don't forget to turn it. That's the important thing, that from here you turn it and you close it down and it gives it a perfect finish. £6.95.
That's brilliant.
No way!
That's really good. Well, thank you for explaining that.
Oh, that's all right. I think that is an amazing price point. To get a tool that actually we're going to be using time and time again. It's something that actually we're going to be kind of used to finishing off our pieces. And don't forget, you can use this with the likes of your pearl knotting, which is something I know a lot of people want it for.
Because when Jewellery Maker started, we didn't have crimp covers for the first 2 years.
No.
In our findings packs, we only had crimp beads. So, okay, I'm gonna have to practice and persevere and keep doing this, I think.
Close and turn is what I've heard. The whole close and turn. But yeah, that's the main thing. Close them up and then just turn it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for, as I said, for crimp covers, it makes it so much easier because you've got that really built little gap to put them on with.
Yeah, love that. Give them a go, and don't forget, like Mark says, you can use them to just have your covers. So if you're going to do, like we were talking about the pearl knotting the other day, you know, if you do a pearl knot and one of the knots isn't quite right, and you just want to pop a crimp, crimping cover over the top, these are going to make sure it's lovely and curved, but holding it in place still. $6.95. Okay, got for you now. Extra long flat nose pliers. These are the second tool of this section. Why is it important to get things like extra long flat nose pliers, Mark?
Well, I think for wire workers, I think they're invaluable, aren't they, to get into all those little nooks and crannies and do all your proper finishing. You know, Rachel Norris, I'm thinking of in particular. The way she finishes her pieces is exquisite, and I would assume that Rachel would have something long and fine like this to get in there to make sure they're all little bits and pieces.
And just mention these have never ever been brought to air by themselves before, so you might not have bought these if you don't buy kind of bundles of tools. These are fantastic because they are the extra long handles, which means you don't get that bit where you get the stabby pain. My palm's really sensitive there, in particular after a while of using your tools over and over. You get like a pressure point almost here in your palm. These ones, if you look, will go past that size of your palm. I mean, you know, I haven't got the biggest palms in the world, but I think for most of us, we can all agree they will go past that weak point in your palm. Another great thing about these ones too is that they are the extra long nose, so they do graduate up, as you can see there, slightly in size, which means you won't get in the way. You won't put it in and it'll be too fat, so you won't be able to see around it, which is great for the long nose as well. £5.95 to get your hands on these extra long flat pliers. Now, normally, if you're going to buy the step-up pliers like these, you have to pay
£10 plus, aren't you?
Well, yeah, a step-up price.
Yeah.
But not on this one today. £5.95 for you. A great deal for you to get your hands on these ones. Get them whilst you can, ladies and gentlemen. £5.95. Great deal on those ones. Again, lots of people messaging in today, which is always fab to see. We appreciate it. Also, good for teachers, as your hands don't as your hands don't get in the way and folks can see what you're doing. Dawn, great point to make.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Your hands aren't all in the way when you think, can you see this? Sorry, I can't move my hand because I need to hold it like this. Really good point done. Pat on the back. $5.95 for you today. Nice work to you all. Do check out those baskets. Don't forget, if you don't check out your baskets, you only keep them in your baskets, then you essentially don't get... you don't know that it's definitely yours. Okay, got for you another tool now. Final tool for this section. I'm just going to leave them on the floor. I'll get them in a bit. I've got your side cutters here with that comfort handle on these ones. Side cutters, they've got to be an absolute essential, haven't they, Mark?
I don't have the side cutters.
What?
See, because I'm not a wire worker, I don't partake in all these tools.
Partake.
It's a nice word, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but you must have had the beginner's toolkit.
Oh yeah, I've had those.
Well, they're side cutters.
Okay. Oh, I know. Yes, I know what you mean now. Okay. Yeah, little point that
Yes.
one side, the wire shoots out and hits people, and the other side it doesn't. I'm sure that's right, isn't it? Depending on it is. Depending on the way you cut them.
How are you cutting wire? Are you just walking around with a reel of wire and these going to people?
But if you put the flat edge against what you're cutting instead of, if you did it the other way around, obviously you'd get a couple of millimetres left and the wire would shoot in the opposite direction.
Ah, but you don't want to do that, do you? And don't forget, you can always hold the wire.
Oh yeah.
Can't you? Your price point today with these ones, £4.95. And look, super duper comfy, really nice. Again, I love that bend in them there.
Yeah, that's really clever.
It's really kind of useful. Flat edge there, and you can see it goes to a pincer edge there. So again, if you're going to be making the likes of brooches, this is great for kind of getting that angular cut. £4.95 for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Nice work to every single one of you to get these XYGX. 48 is your code on these ones. How do you feel about ending this clearance hour with a little bit of something special? Showstopper! This showstopper I'm about to bring you is so unique, individual and new that we've been to a screenshot there for ages because I'm like, guys, is it even in the building yet? Is it even here? Where is it? And also, I've heard rumours that maybe it's a little bit worried because Dion's planning on doing something ridiculous in price point to it. So it's like, see you later, I'm out of here. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't got anything in there at all, and you know what I'm like. Probably it's right in front of me, but I can't see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up the oldie Jewellery Maker page, Jewellery Maker, and I'm going to put in this code to see if we can get a picture for you all at home. The thing is, you know what's going to happen. We're going to go to a break in about 3 minutes, and I'm going to find it. We're sorry, we currently don't have the item in stock. Let me try it again for you ladies and gents. UZPO 38. Oh, here it is. You take a look at this. I'm going to carry on looking, because maybe it has got muddled in with something else, has it? Now that is a really unique and individual strand. Mark, will you come and have a look in my boxes for me?
They're banded.
Yeah. Am I being a muppet?
No.
Oh, thanks. I've got for you... Oh, I'm so glad. It's not just me, guys.
No.
I've got for you this wonderful purple banded agate. Now, we've got a serious, rich colour on this. And it's easier to see in the picture. Now, basically, let me just show you. There's some more pictures here, guys, just to keep you entertained. Now, I've had to look, Mark's had to look, I can't find it, which probably means that when I stand up, I'll have sat on it or something silly. But I don't think I have. This is a fabulous faceted 80 carat agate. The colour on it is purple, and when it's the purple, I say imagine your amethyst tones. Tone-wise, you're going from about a 20 to around about, actually, it looks to be around about a 90 on some of these. So a really nice tone. It's going to go wonderfully with the likes of that Charite that we had on earlier, actually. Because we can't bring it to you right now, I apologise. I'm very, very sorry about that. However, I will say we're going to bring you a great price to make up for it. Price point today. £4, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is a silly, silly price point for any type of gemstone. One I can show you and one that I can't. I tell you what, to make up for it, I'll give you a bit of inspiration. Sue's been working with it with some other gemstones to give you a little bit of a look at some of the ideas you can do. I do apologise that I've not got this gemstone. I do greatly apologise to you. Apparently we did have it earlier and it's got up and gone. Probably because it knew that Dion was going to do a price point like this, which meant that realistically it would be a loop-de-loo low price. I will say get to it whilst you can, because realistically things like that don't stick around for long. And let's have a look if I'm right. Oh, yeah, I am. Loads of you checking out your baskets on that. Lots of multi-buyers on it. Most of you web bidders, you can actually see it properly. So come on through, telephone bidders. Don't forget, 30-day money-back guarantee. To apologise for not being able to find that. I'm going to find the next one, I'm sure. Cabochons. Are you joking? Yeah. Rounds. Rounds, oh, they are dainty, dainty. How Pantone is this? It's candy floss, isn't it? It's peonies. It's those really gentle and delicate flowers that you find at the bottom of your garden in springtime. Watermelon, pink quartzite I've got here for you, and I've got to say it is a really unique and individual colour. Totally and absolutely opaque, meaning the colour is intense, but in that 6mm round, meaning the look is dainty. Price point today. That is working out £2 per strand. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we apologise here at Jewellery Maker for not being able to find a strand. We bring you ridiculous prices that even we shouldn't do at the likes of a clearance. If you want to get your hands on this right here, right now, you've got to be quick because, no, as a member of staff, you get a good discount, but as a member of one of our family and one of our viewers right here, right now, you're getting a great offer. That is something really very, very special indeed. Loads of you coming in for this final product of this clearance section. Come on in and get the last few of these whilst you can. I've got a decent enough quantity on them, so you have got a bit of time to get these ones. I've got 67 left apparently at this moment in time, so a decent enough quantity. Mark, you've made the amber ring. Yes, please.
That's not very good. Don't go too close to it.
I think that is brilliant. We did you an amber earlier on. We had one piece left, and look, Mark made some. I think that is great, Mark. How that light translates through. Thank you so much for today, Mark.
This has been great fun.
I'm going to fit this text in. Oh my goodness, it's long. Sorry to interrupt. Oh my, just tuned in and caught sight of the beautiful Baltic Amber Rose. I had to buy it for my 8-year-old daughter, for her name is Amber Rose. Amanda, it's like it was made for you. I love that. Mark, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for making all of those kits. When are you with us next?
I'm back with you. I'm doing 2 workshops in the week, but next Monday with Carol, week Monday.
Fab, I'll see you then. I'll see you next week. Have a lovely few days.
Join Mark Smith as he introduces you to the incredible world of macrame. In this DVD, Mark guides you along step by step into all the techniques you will need to get started for some fabulous new designs. This includes the tools of the trade, getting started, incorporating beads, finishing touches, and finally learn how to create the beautiful goddess bracelet. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Good afternoon, welcome to Jewellery Maker. How is everyone today? Good! I hope so. It's Sunday, isn't it? It's roast day. I'm going to be talking about, a roast dinner for the next 4 hours, and then something will go wrong. Because over the last few weeks, that's what I've been doing on a Sunday. I remember the last Sunday I was here with Linda, and I was like, oh, roast lamb, only to get home to find out that the lamb had actually gone out of date, and I didn't get my, I know, I had chicken instead. It's terrible, isn't it? So I hope you're enjoying your Sunday and having a nice roast dinner and tuning into Jewellery Maker. It is Amber Day today. We've got lots of Amber Star buys for you. I've got some clay. I've got silver clay. I've got the white bronze clay, which is brand new. Lots of brand new clay coming up for you today. And no better than the lovely Tracey to take us through and show us exactly how it's done. How are you, Tracey?
Good afternoon. I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Good, yes. You're still looking sun-kissed.
Yes. I'll try and make it last. But I was away again last weekend.
Oh, was you? Oh. Every time I see this lady, she's had a holiday. What's going on? It's usually me. Where did you go last weekend then?
Rome.
Cape Verde before that. Where are you going next? Oh, she's actually got an answer for this. Unbelievable.
Tenerife.
When you go
No,
there?
not till May. It's okay.
Oh well,
It's
you know,
okay.
you're just going to have to get through the next few weeks, Tracey, I suppose, in the UK. Dear me, I'm going to start calling you Judith Chalmers. Right, we've got the kits coming up for you. First kit, very, very soon, we've got the calla lilies in there. They are beautiful. And the second kit, lots of silver clay and the abalone. The graduated abalone strand, just stunning. Later on today, in fact, with the second kit, I have 3 metres of 925 sterling silver chain coming up for you. And I've got just over 100 as well, so there's plenty of opportunity for you to be coming in for this at about 3:30ish, I think, there or thereabouts. Along with the second kit, 3 metres of 925 sterling silver chain. Coming up at the end of this hour, I've got a star buy, I have to say. This is fantastic because this is a gemstone that I think I've probably seen twice before here at Jewellery Maker. Colour change garnet for you.
Very, very collectible in the gemstone industry. Colour change garnet. This is an incredible gemstone, incredible phenomenon. Only been seen once before. We're bringing it to you as your star buy at 2 o'clock, just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it is Amber Day. So throughout the day, actually, I've got your star buys. Lots of Amber Star buys for you, and your deal of the day will also be Amber. Have a look at this one. Your first star buy today, beautiful rondelles. These are so high-end. Featuring 925 sterling silver, your cognac Baltic amber, your faceted spacer bead with your 925 there. That's beautiful. Look at that colour. Oh, glowing. Coming up for you as your star buy at about 10 to 2. So lots and lots of treats coming up for you this afternoon. Where should we start then, young Toby? Okay, let's have a look. Amethyst faceted rounds for you. Look at these. These are beautiful. And of course it is the vintage fair this weekend as well. We've seen some incredible pieces of jewellery, we really have. I was having a look at guest designer Mark Smith's pieces from this morning. They were stunning. Tracey's incredible as well. Who is it coming up later on now? I do know. Fleur, is it today? Yeah, guest designer Fleur taking you through the late show as well. It's going to be very, very exciting. Have a look at this amethyst, genuine amethyst, and check out the colour. 150 carats of your faceted rounds here, 8mm faceted rounds actually. Beautiful. And I said this last time, you know, whenever I have a strand of faceted amethyst, I automatically think vintage, even when it's not the vintage weekend. You know, I always think vintage with this gemstone, especially when it's faceted. Beautiful depth of colour there. You'd look at this, wouldn't you, and straight away you think, depth of colour, is this Zambian? Looks suspiciously like Zambian amethyst, doesn't it? It is. The cream of the crop. For lots of collectors out there that love particular gemstones. So, for example, if you're a lover of emerald, for you it might be all about Colombian emerald, because it is some of the rarest, some of the most sought after emerald out there. Can be some of the most considered as well. If you are a lover of ruby, for you it might be all about Burmese ruby. Particular locations with each gemstones tend to give us the best. With amethyst, Zambian is the location. Zambian amethyst is the best we have ever seen for colour, just incredible. And this is 100% natural as well. A lot of amethyst in the industry is treated. Again, nothing wrong with that. But if you can get natural amethyst with the most amethyst colour you could ever wish for, isn't that fantastic? And carat weights like this, at price tags like this, do not happen everywhere. You've got 150 carats. There's so many of you there. Oh, I'm not surprised. 150 carats. We're at £6.95. That is ridiculously low. No wonder lots of you multi-buying. Yvonne in Revshire, you've just got 2. Well done to you. £6.95. I'm going to count them out for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40. There's a good 50 gemstones on that strand there. That's 25 pairs of earrings, if you like. And if you're using your 925 with these as well, if you've got any sterling silver earring findings at home, pair of earrings, what kind of price tag would you be popping on something like that? I think it's safe to say you'd have your money back, wouldn't you? These are going to sell out. There's so many of you multi-buying for these. Well done indeed. SPP097 is your code for those. Right. Rainbow Moonstone wheels. Do you know what? These would actually look really, really nice with the Zambian amethyst that we've just had. Now, with your moonstone, we have lots of moonstone here at Jewellery Maker. So we have your peach moonstone, we've had your grey moonstone, we get your rainbow moonstone, all beautiful in their own right. But they look so fantastic when they're all together. And just yesterday I was talking about if you've got maybe a huge stash of amethyst, for example, getting lots of different shapes, different sizes, and using them all together in one design looks really, really stunning. Maybe do that with your moonstone as well. You've got the graduated wheels here, which work fantastically as spacers. Maybe you want to use these as spacers within your rounds, or just as they are actually look incredible. You've got magnificent adularescence from this gemstone, which is basically the bluish shimmer that you can see flashing from the surface of the gemstone there. It's all about the angle in which the light hits the gemstone to enable you to see the adularescence coming from your moonstone. That's exactly what you should be seeing from your rainbow moonstone. 3x2 to 6x2 millimeters in size in your graduated plain wheels here. That's a 30 centimetre strand you've got there as well. For me, I have to say, moonstone should always be put with Labradorite. Those two gemstones, they are like a match made in heaven. They're like soulmates, moonstone and Labradorite. They look beautiful. If you've got Labradorite with the incredible Labrador essence and then your moonstone with these gorgeous blue flashes from the Labrador essence coming through, they really, really do work well together. 75 carats you have on this strand here, and every single one, those flashes are really, really intense. AVYY92 is your code for this one. No messing. Oh my gosh, £6.95. Now, Tracy, if it's okay with you, this is going to be your challenge.
Okay.
What are you thinking? What do you think?
Ooh. I don't know. You put me on the spot there, haven't you? Oh, I don't know. Leave it with me, and I'll come up with something.
Do you know, quite often actually, I always do go straight to the guest on and say, "What are you thinking?" I could never think that quickly. I'd be like, "Oh, I just need a few hours to think about it," and I'll come right back.
I'll have to see what I've got in my kit here
Yeah,
to go with it, really.
Yeah, definitely. They are beautiful. Do you know what? I quite like the wheels, and I love moonstone. I think it's a great unisex gemstone as well. In gents pieces, it looks fantabulous. It really, really does. So you could use these in lots of different mediums, couldn't you, if you wanted to? Macrame or your kumihimo, they would look fantastic. And just using them with any other coloured gemstone that you have in your stash, they'd look great with the amethyst. In fact, if I can just bring the amethyst back for a second, so you can just see the colours together. Look at those. They look gorgeous, don't they? Any shapes. Maybe you've got the amethyst wheels that I had yesterday. You know, using those again in with your moonstone wheels, they would look fantastic, wouldn't it? £6.95. Janet in County Durham. Margaret in Greater Manchester. Maureen in Nottinghamshire. Vivian, you've got yours. Kathleen, you're there as well. Congratulations. Lots of you coming through on the telephone lines this afternoon. Well done. Take advantage of that 1p peak. Doesn't matter how many times you come in any one day, from midnight last night right up until midnight tonight. You've only got one postage and packaging. £2.95. That is standard here in the UK. Well done if you've managed to take that. Doreen, you've just got 2. Excellent. Well done. Okay, Michael, that'd be great. Thanks, Bob. Have a look at this kit. Do you know, I was looking at this earlier thinking there's so many components in this kit. Now, if you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, each show will bring you 2 kits featuring gemstones, findings, threads, lots of different components. If you're looking for a place to start, it's a great place to start because you've got so many components within this kit. You can start you off on your jewellery making journey fabulously. You've got threads, you've got findings, and you've got gemstones here as well. I'll start with the gemstones because these strands, whatever gemstone we've brought them to you, they've been so popular. Now, these are your calla lilies that you have here. I think I had some tiger's eye calla lilies a couple of days ago, and I had some a few days previous to that as well. They are so high-end. We've done so much work for you already here. You've got that stunning design within your gemstone there that will look so fabulous in so many designs. Hand carved to perfection there. Really beautiful. Now, what we've seen a lot of guest designers do with these is if you get your head pin and you pop that through the drill hole there, you can actually pop a little gemstone just inside there as well. And that could be anything you like. I mean, rose quartz, there isn't a gemstone I can think of that wouldn't work here. That wouldn't work, you know, from your fluorite to your black spinel to your amethyst. It might be those amethyst rounds, actually. You could nestle one of those in there beautifully as well. You've got 2 strands of your calla lilies, 180 carats of rose quartz on each one. Now, they're 30 by 15 millimetres in size, and I'm just going to count out how many you have on each strand there. It's a long strand. Right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 approximately. I'm just going to count those again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, apologies. 13 on each strand approximately you've got there. You've also got your peridot there, beautiful 2mm seed beads, fabulous colour, really delicate hue. Looking at these actually, this is a great combination for the springtime, isn't it? Going forward, we're just about to come into the spring now, so if you're planning for your spring craft fairs, your summer craft fairs, these are beautiful. You've got 10 carats of your peridot plain rounds there, 2mm in size, and that is a 36cm strand that you have. threads. Oh my gosh, look at all of these and look at the fantastic colours. Do you know what I love about these zari threads that we have is if you look very closely, it almost looks like, I want to say crimp tubes. They almost look like crimp tubes. You get that almost that chain effect with these. Can you see that? Aren't they fantastic? And you've got so much luster from these. Now on each one you have, do we have a breakdown of each one? 125 metres of your dark green, your black coloured zari thread there. So your dark green and your black is 125 metres. The copper, the silver, 300 metres. Right, we're just going to double check this. On my graphicals, it says 300 metres, copper, silver and black spiral patterned. But then I've got another graphical that says 125 metres of the dark green and black. So I'm not sure which one this falls into. They're normally 125 metres on each. We'll just double check exactly what you're getting there. You will get all 4 of these fantastic colours. So many of you have texted in before and said you love the zari threads but you're not quite sure what to do with them. You can use them for so many things, you know, from your crochet to your finger knitting, to your macrame, to your kumihimo, and with these fabulous colours that you've got as well. They are stunning, really, really stunning. Okay, so the green and the black is 125 metres. And then you've got 100 metres on each of these, totalling 300. So that's 425 metres. Now, for any of you that do your macrame or your kumihimo, you know how far these go. They really, really do. Guest designer Mark Smith was here this morning, but I was with him a couple of days ago and he had some threads in a kit then and he just said it's so difficult, even with macrame, to get through that much thread. They really are going to last you a long time. Now, your findings, have a look at these toggle clasps. These are fabulous. We had some toggle clasps yesterday and we keep getting new ones and fancy toggle clasps in that, you know, they are used as clasps if you like, and quite often we don't see a clasp, but with these you should really, really make them a feature in your designs because they're too good. They're too good to hide, aren't they? You can use them in different ways as well, not just as a toggle clasp, but you could quite easily snip your jump ring off there and use these separately, your T-bar and your round there, in pendants, no problem at all. And actually the ridges in this particular toggle clasp, that's going to allow you to wire wrap around these really, really neatly and very, very securely as well. So you've got lots of different designs in your toggle clasp. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different designs, different sizes as well. I've got your pear-shaped one here as well, all fancy, different sizes. And I have to say, and I did say this yesterday, toggle clasp, sounds a bit bonkers, I know, it's always been my favourite kind of fastening, always. And the thing is as well, is if you are wearing weighty pieces, the toggle clasp is so secure. It really, really is, especially when you're wearing weighty pieces. So you have in total 3 of each, is it? Yeah, 3 of each in total you have there. So you've got 15 pieces of your toggle clasps there as well. You've got 10 pairs of your antique copper shepherd's hooks. 10 pairs in total. Again, great for your vintage pieces or your steampunk pieces. You've got your bolt ring clasps there as well. And in total, you've got 10 of those. Your bolt ring clasp there with your jump rings. 10 pieces, and you've got your featherweight head pins, which again is fantastic. If you've got any smaller gemstones, say the 2mm gemstones, where the drill hole is that little bit smaller, or perhaps you've got pearls where the drill hole is that little bit smaller, then your featherweight head pins are fabulous for that. 100 of those in total, 50mm in size. Look at the luster you've got there as well. UAGC03 is your code for this kit. You've got gemstones. So much thread and all of your findings there as well. This is a great place to start. But again, if you're a regular, just topping up your stash today with the kits, with bundles, we will save you as much as we possibly can. Should be £48.55. Now that price tag, if you came in on the web today and bought all of these components individually, that's the price tag that you would be paying, £48.55. But because we put them all together for you, we're going to take them down to a fantastically low price tag. These colours, Tracy, are fantastic, aren't they?
They're fabulous, yeah. They're a bit of sparkle in them. So, yeah, they're really, really pretty to work with.
They're just so much fun. Look at that black as well. I'm thinking nighttime jewellery. That would look fantastic. £27.95. Per component, Toby, what does that work out to? I mean, that is ridiculously low, isn't it? For everything that you've got here, that is a huge, huge saving. Now, don't worry if you've already checked out, as lots of you have, especially on the telephone lines, really busy on the telephone lines today. Nobody pays any more than anybody else. So if you check out at the higher price tag, the original higher price tag, you'll only ever pay the final low closing price tag, which today is just £27.95. UAGC03. Again, with the kits, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't start today, it starts from the day that you get this delivered to your door in a couple of days' time. Then you can look at all of these components here and think, right, how am I going to use these? Am I going to use them? If you change your mind, send them back. No quibble, money back guarantee. Elizabeth in Wiltshire, Irene, well done. Alan and Janice in Buckinghamshire, you've got yours. Yvonne in Shropshire, Vivian in Hampshire, Janet, well done. Leslie in Hampshire, you've just checked out. I've got lots and lots of these in baskets. Just make sure you're confirming by checking out as soon as you can. Now just come over and have a look at some of Tracey's designs, because these are stunning. They really are. These calla lilies are gorgeous, aren't they, Tracy?
They are so elegant, so summery, so spring-like. They're really, really pretty. So, simple pair of earrings. You don't need to do too much with them. The design is already there in the shape, isn't it?
Exactly.
So,
we've done the work for you, haven't we?
Team them up with some of those tiny little peridots to make a stem for the earrings.
They're beautiful, really spring-like, I think, as well. And when I looked at the designs earlier on, that's the first thing I said. Was like, that's perfect, just perfect for spring, aren't they? Really, really pretty. And the necklace here as well. And Tracy, you've just plaited the Zari thread, haven't you?
I
Which
have,
again
yes.
is all you need to do sometimes, isn't it? You know, if you're not too familiar with the Kumihimo and your macrame, you just want to plait it. It's really, really effective and so strong as well.
It sure is, yeah.
Really pretty design there.
There's about 6 strands, 2 strands of each colour in the plait there.
Yeah.
So, you know, even that's still quite elegant.
Yeah.
With the strands in there.
But you know, I love this as well. Multi-strands individually. How effective does that look?
Yeah.
Really, really pretty. You've got the black in there and the silver. And this clay is the...
this is the white bronze.
The white bronze one, this is.
Indeed, yeah.
Brand new. Now, every time Tracey's here, every time you're here, Tracey, I always say, I've got to crack on. I've really got to start having a go with my clay, because I love the silver clay. Again, the silver clay, it's fantastic. It's 99.9% pure silver. So obviously the price tag reflects that. But this, if you're looking to get into clay, as I am, this actually might be a really good place to start. Because
fantastic.
It's really affordable, isn't it?
It is very affordable. So if you're into your bolder designs, you want something a bit more chunky. A lot of people love the chunky ideas and bold jewellery. And you know, it can be a little bit inhibiting with the silver because of the cost. Yeah. This will give you that opportunity to go big and bold with your jewellery designs.
And weighty and use lots of it. It's brilliant, isn't it? Because I know with the silver, you know, you tend to be very sparing with it.
Absolutely,
because of the cost involved.
Yeah.
That's stunning. And again, vintage. How beautiful is that piece? Love, love, love that design. We will bring you the bronze clay very, very soon for you. About 15 in baskets right now. Do make sure you're checking out for this kit. We'll bring you the clay as well, so you can add that to your order as well and get this home and perhaps recreate this design or your own. I'd love to see your pictures as well. And the calla lilies, you know, if you've got any ideas, you're thinking right now, this is how I'm going to use them. Do text us in 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio, and let us know your plans for this kit. Well done if you managed to check it out. Okay then, Tracey, so what are you going to show us?
Oh, bronze clay. Okay,
excellent.
Fantastic. So here is the bronze clay itself. Now, when you open the packet, you will see it has got a kind of a yellowy coating on it.
Okay.
This yellowy colour to it. There's nothing wrong with this. This is absolutely normal.
Okay, that's good
to
know.
But you will need to kind of massage and condition the clay. So all I'm doing is just mixing it until I get that even consistency all over the colour. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're mixing that in as well. Really, really well. give it a good old mix. There you go, look. Nice, great big lump of clay for us there to work with. Now, as I do with all my clay, I'm just going to cover that over with a little pot here. Okay, the first little flowers I'll make are the outside flowers, which are really simple to do.
Yeah.
So if I take a pinch of clay, roll it into my hands, the usual balm to balm onto the surface I'm working on.
Okay, and that just stops it sticking.
That's right. Yeah. And I'm using my 1.5mm or 6 card thick spacers here for this. You will need to use slightly chunkier than you would normally go with your silver clay. It gives you a better finish on the bronze. And then I've simply got some cutters, some real simple cutters. So just cut out, oops, 1, 2, the shape of the petals that you want. Lift away your excess and stash that under your pot. Now, rather than these just sit flat, I want to add a little bit of shape and form to them.
Okay.
So there's lots of things you can do to shape and form them. I've got this little doming thing here, which I've found in my stash. But if you look at food packaging or your toiletries, your cosmetics, lids and things like that, you can use all that kind of thing to get some shapes. Now, if I just lift up these little pieces, pop them on top, and just gently bed them down with my fingers, lift and gently bed it down with the fingers. Now, I would need to leave these to dry on here.
Okay.
And once they're dry, they'll stay in that kind of shape and form. So rather than being flat, they're a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So as I say, think around your packaging and such like that you've got for these. Now, I'll come back to this in a few minutes. I'll move on to making the rose in the centre now. Okay, so for the rose in the centre, we're going to go back to using our 1.5mm spacers.
Okay.
I'm going to take a lump of my clay and roll this out again. Let's just put those away because I don't need those now. A lump of my clay, again, 1.5mm thick.
Tracey, a couple of people are asking about using different tools. Would you use different tools to your silver clay? I'm assuming that you would because of the contamination, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's either use completely different tools or just be really vigilant.
Okay, yeah.
Just make sure that you clean your tools before crossing over from using one lot of clay to the other. Be really vigilant and clean your tools, your surfaces, all of that. So there's no problem if you want to use the same tools. You don't have to go out and buy a whole new set of tools. Now I'm just going to put a bit of cling film over the top, and this time I'm using a series of little circle cutters that I've got here. These are going to make the petals of my rose. Okay. So I'm going to do 3 little ones. 1, 2, 3, and 3 of this size. 1, 2, 3, and 3 of this size. 1, 2, 3. And ideally I need 5 of these. 1, 2. I'm only going to get 2 of those out, but I can come back and do some more. So lift away my excess and just pull away all the excess from around the edge. There you go, comes away really easily. Oops.
Is there a reason, Tracey, sorry, I'm just wondering, that you did do that over or your cling film or whatever you're using, as opposed to just going straight into the clay? Is that to stop it sticking to your cutters?
It'll give you, one, yes, it helps to stop it from going into the cutters, but also look at the edge on here. It's a nice domed shape. So it gives it a lovely, lovely edge to the shape. So with these being petals, instead of them being squared off and quite chunky looking, they're tapered off to a nice.
You can see
nice
that
edge. Now, if you're doing this in silver, you can go really, really, really thin with your silver.
Okay.
With the bronze clay, you need to work a little thicker in order to get the finish that you're looking for. Okay, now I'm going to take a small pinch of clay again and roll this into my hands and start it into like a little cone. Like so. So that's going to be the centre of my little rose. Now I'm going to pick these off one at a time, picking up one little circle, placing it round the edge here. I don't know if you can see this. And pinching it up. Okay, and the next one, pick it up, and I kind of overlap. Oops.
Yeah.
This is really fiddly. So overlap, and get the next one, and overlap. And I keep going round in the same direction, whether that's clockwise or anti-clockwise, whichever way you want to go. So there's the centre of my flower. Now I'm going to continue progressing up with the sizes. And where that overlapped, I'm going to add that little piece and the next one. They look like chocolate buttons sitting on here, don't they?
Yeah, don't eat them. They do, don't they?
There you go.
That's so pretty.
Can you see the rose starting to appear? Yeah. Now, you know, if you're doing proper sugar craft, I'm sure there's another way of doing this. I've kind of adapted this for working with metal clay.
Yeah. I'm going to bring on the clay, actually.
Go ahead.
This is the pack that you've used, isn't it, Tracey? The white bronze clay, the 100 gram pack. Now, as we were saying before, this is different to your silver clay. You will need to read the instructions inside when you get this home. This is very, very affordable, I have to say. If you're thinking of maybe starting out and you want to have a go at your silver clay, but again, it's something that I've thought about a lot. And every time I see Tracey do this, I really want to get stuck in and have a go. But, you know, as we know, because the silver clay is so high in its silver content, obviously the price tag reflects that. So if you want to practice as well, and you want those more weighty pieces, just like this design here. I mean, if this was your 925 clay, my goodness me, there's a lot there. So again, you know, you can really create some fantastic weighty pieces. Brand new, your bronze metal clay, your white bronze metal clay today, never ever been seen before. Get it home and have a go. There are other tools and bits and bobs available on the website, should you want to add to this as well. There's absolutely tons in baskets right now. I love how affordable this is, Tracey. This is brilliant for anybody wanting to start out, isn't it?
Really is, yeah. For if you're starting out with metal clay, it's a good way to get your skills together.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Start getting your skills together.
Absolutely. You know, do it with this first, and then you know, do it with your silver clay afterwards.
Indeed.
You know, if you wanted to.
Good way to practice.
Yeah, definitely. There's absolutely loads of you there, and multi-buying as well. CIVO 61. £14, and we don't even have the silver clay in such big packs, do we, as this? I think, what do we do, 10, 20 grams in the silver clay? I think 20 is the biggest I've perhaps seen here at Jewellery Maker. This is 100 grams that you've got here. How much of the pack did you use, Tracey? Did you use it all in?
Pretty much. I got sent to obviously two of these packs, as I usually do when I get the kits. Yeah. So yes, I've used pretty much a whole bag into the designs, because it is quite a weighty piece. Really
weighty. As soon as Tracey got this piece out earlier on, I picked it up straight away and I was like, wow, that's incredible. Lots and lots of you checking out. And again, I've got collected in Northumberland, you've got 4. Beverly in London's got 2, collected in Oregon's got 3, collected in Essex has got 2, Anna in Yorkshire's got 2, Anna in Kent's got 2. If you want to multi-buy and really make the most of this opportunity, you're the first people to get your hands on this clay today. So massive, massive congratulations. And again, please send us your designs. I would love to see what you're doing with the clay that you have here, with your silver clay as well. Send them in, put them into the Wall of Fame. Please enter them into the Wall of Fame. You know, if you're sending your pictures in anyway, you might as well enter them into the Wall of Fame, because you could be winning £100 credited to your account, or £50 if you're the runner-up. Only 20 chances left, and at this moment in time, I've got about 13 baskets, so we are over allocated here. If you really, really want to get this today, it's fastest fingers first. Please, please don't hesitate. Just check out as soon as you possibly can. That's fantastic. £14.95, 100 grams. That's brilliant. I know what I'm doing today if there's any left. I tell you, fantastic. Should I do the other one, or? Yeah. Now this one, Tracey, this is the syringe.
That's the syringe, yes. Yeah. So it's really useful. I'm going to use the syringe when I come on to starting to assemble things. Yeah. So I add some detail into the other little flower with the centres, with the syringe, and use it as a glue for joining pieces together as well.
Excellent. So that again is a great addition. You've got 10 grams of your clay in there as well. And if you have a look at the final piece here as well, you can see exactly how Tracey's used that. So is it kind of, if you like, it's like an artist's brush, if you like, used for precision and making detail.
Certainly, you can use it for sort of writing, adding patterns, details. And as I say, in the bronze clay, in the white bronze clay, there isn't the paste pot, unlike the silver, where you've got the paste to use for sticking pieces together. So the syringe is ideal for starting to use the syringe to assemble your individual component parts together as well. So yeah, it'll get everything stuck up.
Excellent. Do you know, if you're coming in and you've got the clay today, you're going to have to get this as well, aren't you? I would anyway. AIVO 95,695. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. And again, almost half gone straight away. Brand new for you here on Jewellery Maker today. Fantastic opportunity for you to be getting involved with your clay. AIVO 95. Again, with the clay that we just had and with this, there's so many of you multi-buying. That quantity is going down so quickly. So just make sure you're checking out. I've got about 14 baskets. I don't think you're all going to be successful, so sorry if you missed out on that one. Right, Tracey, I shall let you carry on.
Okay, so now I've got all my petals on my little rose. All my little petals in my rose. But I want to take some of the weight out of it because it's quite chunky and quite heavy. So I'm just going to take my tissue blade and just slice through the back end of it here, just to take some of the chunkiness of it. And then it will also give us something to sit it flat on. So we've got a bit more appeal to the design. So again, I set that aside to dry, and once it's dry, I'll move it on to the next stage. Okay. Yeah. So let me pop that to one side, and I'm going to come back to the two little petals I had earlier. The two that we've now dried them. So they don't dry in real time that quickly, but these are some I dried off and brought with me. So to join these together, as I say, we're going to use the syringe. Okay. So here's the syringe. I've got my syringe prepared up in a little pot here of water. Now, just like when you open the packet, you might get this discolouring on the outside. This is all perfectly normal, so don't think there's anything wrong with your syringe or your clay. It's absolutely fine. Yeah. Okay. Now, for joining these two little sections together, I'm going to put a big squidge in the centre there of the syringe and join that in the middle. And give it a little wriggle. Just make sure it's really well and truly connected. And make a few little dots to make little stamens. I think they're stamens, aren't they? Yeah. I'm not very botanical.
Neither am I. Tracey, quite a few people texting and asking about the firing with this. Now, it can only be done in a kiln, can't it?
It can, yes. You'll need to kiln fire this. Yeah. I tell you what I'll do. I'll put some details onto my Facebook page, my Jewellery Maker Designer Facebook. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, excellent. That would be great.
Truly, the details are all in the packet. When you open the packet, just read them and follow them to the letter. It's really quite simple.
Fantastic.
So, but I will put all the details on there. So.
Lovely.
All right. So there's my little flower.
That's so pretty.
All right. One more element we need to add to this is to actually have something to mount all these little flowers onto. Okay. So I've made 4 of these little flowers. One of these. This one's dry now. And I've also made something to mount everything onto. Yeah. So this has been just a piece of clay I've rolled out into a strip. Yeah. And then just literally with my fingers just shaped it into a bit of an arc. Yeah. And allowed it to dry. So now we've got everything all dried up. We need to start to assemble. Oh, before we start to assemble, I've drilled a hole in here. Okay. I've drilled a hole in here and I'm going to drill a hole in this side. Right. So to drill a hole, you need little pin vise and just very gently drill through. It's much easier to drill through this while it's plaster dry rather than later on after it's fired. The bronze is very tricky to because it's such a strong metal. It's very tricky to drill through. So
this clay as well, Tracey, can you use this with the old bronze clay that we had, the normal bronze clay? Can you use them together, or would you advise using them separately? Or?
I would advise you use them separately. There is difference in shrinkage between the sort of the different. There's traditional copper and traditional bronze colours.
Okay.
There's difference in the shrinkage. So sometimes they're not so compatible, but you know, they'll be fine as standalones if you understand what I mean. All right. So when we're ready to start to assemble this together, beg your pardon, I'm going to use the syringe just in the centre here.
Yeah.
Big blob of syringe in the middle, just to make sure I've got plenty of connection between the two. And then just give that good old wriggle, 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 to set that into place and make sure that it's got a good connection in the two. And the same for this. Big syringe, squeeze plenty of it.
And you'd read that is so heavy as well, isn't it? So I guess you do need quite a bit there.
Yeah, you do need some decent connections. So again, give it a good old wriggle. Make sure you've got a good seal and connection with the piece there. And then I'd add the others on as well. And again, set the whole thing to dry.
Okay.
And then once it's dry, you go through your firing process.
Excellent.
Now, I've got one here that's been fired, just a little single little rose that's been fired. Now, can you see the difference in size here?
Yeah.
They were roughly the same size.
Really?
When they were made.
Wow.
So you do get a little bit of shrinkage on it during that firing process.
Yeah.
So to polish these up, first of all, if you take a wire brush and brush it with a wire brush, do that under the running tap with some washing up liquid, regular washing up liquid. And then you'll need to burnish these, which is just taking a metal stick, anything metal, and just literally rub to burnish up the edges.
Yeah.
Okay. So just take your time to bring this up to a really glint and shine.
Wow.
All right.
And this colour as well, it really does look vintage, doesn't it?
It does. It reminds me of the old rose gold.
Yeah.
You know, the vintage old rose gold.
Definitely. It's beautiful. It looks so high-end as well. I mean, the price tag that you've got today, you know, a premier price tag, if you like, is just fantastic. It really, really is. Still got about 15 of the kits in baskets right now. I would get checking out. Again, you know, even if you haven't come in for the clay today, for the thread that you've had there, the thread, the calla lilies in there, the peridot as well, and all of those findings, it doesn't necessarily have to be about clay. You know, it could be any other medium that you're working in. You can come in for that kit today. £27.95. Incredible deal.
Fantastic. So once you've burnished it all up, you're ready to assemble it with your threads.
Excellent. Yeah. That's fab, isn't it? And I'll just show you. So have you used some beading thread as well on this, Tracey?
I have. I've used a little bit of the regular beading thread in there as well. Yeah, just to make sure it's really nice and strong. Because it's such a weighty piece, I wanted to
It really
make
is.
sure.
I think actually, for all of you at home, if you've not used this clay before, I think you'd be quite shocked, because I know I really was, you know, compared. I guess because when you use the silver, Tracey, you're using it so sparingly that you don't get that weight in your pieces. So I was really, really shocked at how weighty that piece is. That's fantastic. Look at the results you've got. I mean, you could do brooches with it. It would look stunning, wouldn't it?
Yeah, brooches, you can do some really nice cuffs and bangles and all sorts of things.
Definitely. In fact, you know, this would look great with in the second kit, I think it's a strand of black spinel and the abalone. That would look stunning with this colour clay, wouldn't it?
It really would. It would look amazing.
I like that idea. I might have to get the second kit. Spend. Well done if you've managed to check that one. Now, the other clays, Toby, shall I do them now, or when would you like me to do them? Okay, I've got the copper clay and the bronze clay. So these are going to look slightly different again, aren't they, Tracey?
Yes, they give you a slightly different colour.
Yeah.
Obviously, the copper is that kind of
this
orangey
is the copper
tone. It's really lovely. It gives you a really bright orange tone to it. So it's a really, really lovely clay. Now, this is just the syringe on its own, which you can use the syringe as standalone, and it's fantastic. If you want to make similar beads to the things that are illustrated there, you just need to find something that you can form the clay onto.
Right.
So anything that's organic that will burn away, because it's literally going to burn away as you fire it.
Yeah.
So you can use, believe it or not, you can use things like bread or
Wow.
bread, or a bit of salt dough that you do for the children, or pastry, or anything like that. If you make a shape and form, just leave it to dry off, like really dry hard. Then you can work with the syringe over the top of it, and then when you fire it, that is just going to burn away.
That's brilliant. I love that. You just, well, I would never ever think to use something like that. That's fantastic. Again, there's so many of you. In fact, pretty much every person that has checked out so far has got 2 or 3 of these. So well done indeed. That quantity is falling very, very quickly. ODVO82 is your code for this one. £6.95. That's incredible, isn't it? Incredible value for you. Do you know what? That's fantastic, Tracey, isn't it? It's so easy to get involved now, isn't
absolutely,
it? With these prices. That is just fantastic. Amanda in Kent, you've got 2. Collecting Oregon's got 3. Ali in the Isle of Man, you've got 3 as well. Congratulations to you. Tina in Nottinghamshire, you've got 3. Celeste in Essex has got 2. Zelen in the West Midlands. See, now every time I read Zelen's name out, I think of Guinness cake. Because Zelen quite often attends our Jewellery Maker workshops, and she likes to make Guinness cake. And let me tell you, is that cake amazing? Oh, it's unbelievable. Have you met Zelen?
No, I
no,
don't
she's
think
not
I
been to one of
have.
your workshops. You're going to have to come to Tracey's workshop, Zelen.
I want to try
You're
some
going to have
Guinness
to.
cake.
When is your workshop, actually? You've got one coming up soon, haven't
I'm
you?
literally doing one tomorrow. I'm doing a beginner's workshop
There you
tomorrow.
go.
So, and I believe there's still spaces if anybody wants to come. There's still spaces
If
on
you
there.
fancy baking a Guinness cake tonight, Zelen, and coming in tomorrow. I mean, I'm not here, but I'll happily come in.
The introduction class
Brilliant.
tomorrow. So.
That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? 0800 644 655. Everyone checks out right now. They will be gone. Shall I do the other one straight on the back of this if they're about to go? So this one, this is the bronze clay. So again, you've got that different look again. And again, you know, with the clays, you can make these beautiful little beads, and you can use your suede cords, the leatherette cords, the zari threads. I mean, there's just so much you can do with them,
Absolutely,
can't you?
yeah.
You could be making your own spacers to put with gemstones to make your gemstones go further. I love the idea of actually creating your own spacers that are really detailed.
Yeah, your own spacers, your own end caps, your own toggle bar fastening. You can do all sorts of things with these. In my next silver kit that I'm going to do after, we're going to be making some beads and some end caps and things. So there's no reason why you can't do it in bronze clay as well. So.
That's fantastic. Come in again for this one. This is the bronze metal clay syringe that you have here. £6.95. Collector in Essex has just got 4. Just got 4 of these. Well done. What's the quantity like on these? 48, and these are brand new today. Only 48. It's not really enough, is it? I think we could have done with another figure in front of that 4. Well done. Again, almost half of the stock has gone because there's so many of you multi-buying today, and at £6.95. What a great introductory price, I should say, to your clay deals here. £6.95. Well done, Collect It in Sussex. Angie, Maureen, well done to you. Collect It in Northumberland. Mrs W, Collect It in Oregon's just said, you know what, I'm going to get 6.
Good for you.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I love it. Lots of fun.
Collect in Essex, you've got 4. Karen's got 2. Tina's got 2. Congratulations to you. Fill your boots, indeed. Fill your baskets. Or trolleys, in this case. I tell you what, every day, quite literally here, I would need a trolley. There's just too much good stuff, isn't there? Last 10 chances, YWVO60 is your code. Massive congratulations if you've managed to get any of these today. That is just fantastic. Brilliant. Right, have you got anything else to show us, Tracey, or are you finished?
We're kind of there. We're there.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
There
That's
with the
brilliant.
design, so-
Such a gorgeous design as well.
Yeah, I mean this is falling apart now because it needs to dry properly.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Before we
But
take it
again,
on.
you know, with something like this, you can do anything. You know, that's the great thing, isn't it?
It's absolutely the world's your oyster with metal clay. You know, you're limited to your own designs, your own ideas.
Yeah.
So just go for it. Give it a try.
Definitely.
You know,
And with today's prices,
such a delight to work with. You know, it's my passion. I love it.
we've got another kit coming up for you. We'll be back with Tracey in just over an hour's time. Silver clay, abalone. I think it's spinel. I could be wrong, but it looks like black spinel. It's got so much lustre. But a lot of the black gemstones that we have here at Jewellery Maker do have incredible lustre. And it's the master of disguise, you know. Right. Star buy coming up for you in 10 minutes' time. No, 5 minutes' time. Is the cognac amber. 925 sterling silver. Beautiful. Have a look at the richness of colour in this. 14 by 9 millimetres in size. Isn't this just beautiful? In a charm bracelet. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Star buy coming up for you very, very soon. Okay, let's bring you... white Labradorite for you. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Now this, I have to say, you know, we don't have this every day here at Jewellery Maker, white Labradorite. You may have the Labradorite that we're all used to seeing, but your white Labradorite is fantastic. Now this is a real mix between your Labradorite and moonstone because of that hue that you've got there. Just fantastic. You're getting these beautiful flashes of blues coming from the gemstone as well. So again, they're going to work fantastically with moonstone. They'll look beautiful with the Labradorite that you already have in your stash. Now this is a 90 carat strand. You've got your faceted rondelles there, 5x2 to 9x5 millimetres in size, and that is a 20 centimetre strand that you've got there. It's a really, really weighty strand. 100% natural. XARU30 is your code for these. 21. Yikes. I would be super duper quick on this one. 0800 644 655. Again, telephone bidders, please don't think, you know, if the quantity is low and pretty much anything under 50, we're talking really low here at Jewellery Maker, please don't think that you haven't got time to do it, because if you don't try, you will never ever know. Dial that number on the bottom of your screen. It's a free telephone number anyway, so you've got nothing to lose. Press your number 1 button, that puts you straight through to the call centre. And just see if there's any left at £9.95 for you today. Add it to your order price tag. I'm just going to count out 20 for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, up to there. So we're probably looking at about 60 gemstones. 60 to 70 gemstones on this strand here. The blues, as I'm looking down, they really are just beaming off these gemstones beautifully. Like sheet lightning, they're gorgeous. 0800 644 655. If you've got this in your basket, just make sure you're checking out Jean, Owen, Gail, Wendy, you're there as well. Leanne, congratulations to you. Collect it in Bedfordshire, you're there. Deborah, well done to you. Elizabeth, you've just joined me as well. Massive, massive well done on those. They're gorgeous. Right, star buy is coming up for you right now. Oh, this gemstone for me is one of those that you can never ever get tired. Never ever get tired of. There is so much folklore and legend behind the gemstone amber. Now, you know, we're not allowed to talk about that too much here at Jewellery Maker. That's up to you as an individual. If that's something you believe in, the crystal healing properties of amber and things like that, just have a little look, because there is so much. Now, any gemstone with history for me is phenomenal. You know, I love to have a gemstone that people will compliment you on, and something with a story, so you can tell them. You can tell them a bit about the gemstone as well. Now, I'm just using the 925 sterling silver chain that I have coming up for you as part of the second kit that's coming up in a little while. Just to pop that on. Quite often when you see rondelles like this, they're used as charms in designs. And again, please just have a look. The very famous charm brand on the high street for £9.25 with no gemstones at all. You know, you could be paying anything around the £40 price mark. Now, amber is one of those gemstones that, again, is incredible. And it's unmistakable, isn't it, as a gemstone, you know. It's not one of those that you might look at and think, it's another gemstone. It's unmistakably amber. Very, very popular. A tiny snippet of 50 million years of history you have within this gemstone. Now, it's formed from fossilised tree resin. Basically, the tree sap, a very, very sticky substance over millions of years due to the elements, heat and pressure. That is what has given us this incredible, incredible gemstone. Now, amber is the least dense gemstone of them all. It's incredibly lightweight. If you've ever bought a strand of amber from us here at Jewellery Maker before, you'll know that when you get it home, it almost shocks you how little weight there is to amber. and it makes it very, very wearable. Great one for the gents as well, I think, you know, maybe mixing up your colours. So sometimes this one's a cognac amber that you're looking at here. You can get your greener ambers as well. You can get your honey ambers. So you can get lots and lots of different hues. Mixing them up together looks fantastic. I mean, if you've got maybe, if you're making some kind of kumihimo bracelet or macrame bracelet, and you've got some 4 mil amber rounds on there, you know, you could pop this into the centre and it would look phenomenal. Really, really stand out. Just look at the spectacular inner glow from this gemstone. It's like burning embers, isn't it? It's literally on fire. Those gorgeous burning oranges, beautiful, beautiful red hues. Now, just bear with me on this for a second. You know how sometimes I say I see pictures within gemstones? I can see a tree in here, and that's quite ironic, isn't it, really? Yeah, I can see a tree. I can see a tree. Have a look. Anyone else see it? Right in the centre. It's like a forest. There's a forest in there. Can you see it, Mike? Mike's like, yeah, I can see it. And then, yeah, it's almost, yeah. Yes, Mike's exactly there as well. I am in that forest. I can see a forest right in there, and it's like the sun is setting behind the trees. That's like a Serengeti sunset. Yeah, Bruce has just gone, yeah, I see it. And Toby went, yeah, I see what you mean. But I could tell that Toby was like, yeah, I don't know what planet you're on, Hannah, but I'm just going to agree on it. Tracy, can you see what I mean?
I can see the sunset. I'm not sure if I can see the tree.
Yeah, that's it, Mike. Oh, that's it.
Okay, yes. Now yeah. I can see that. Fabulous.
Yeah, Mike has just pointed to everything right there. The trees, the leaves at the top of the trees, the sun in the background right there. This is incredible. Do you know, this is one of those gemstones, very much like a Labradorite gemstones, where you can literally lose yourself within that gemstone. And I'm glad it's not just me, Mike, thanks. You really can, it's so captivating. Now, if you've ever seen the rough of amber before, you can quite often find insects trapped within the gemstones, mosquitoes and little insects that are potentially extinct now. You know, we're talking 40 to 60 million years, you know. And it's very, very fascinating. You might be familiar with this gemstone due to Jurassic Park, as my son is. I bought an amber pendant years and years ago in sterling silver, and I paid a lot of money for that pendant, a lot of money. Do you know, I could look at that forest all day long. 0800 644 655 WIGY 79 14 by 9 millimetres in size. £14.95. You've got 925 there as well for you. What a great gift idea. Mother's Day is just around the corner, the 6th of March, I believe. So that's 2 weeks today, I think. 2 weeks today is Mother's Day. You're going to have this in time. You know, if you know somebody, if your mum is a lover of amber, or if you're a mum and you're thinking, actually, I'm going to buy this on behalf of my daughter. And then you can, actually, no, I shouldn't have said that. My mum's going to come in now. £14.95. Lots and lots of you multi-buying. Do you know, if you've got a couple of these, I would come in and get the rest that we have coming up for you later. Now, we have picked the one with the biggest quantity to be your deal of the day today. I think we've got 186, and that was your cherry, the cherry Baltic amber. The majority of our amber comes from Poland. And if you ever holiday on the east coast of the UK, or you live on the east coast of the UK, if you go for a walk on the beach, just keep your eyes peeled, because more often than not, amber can be found to be washed up on the shore. Can you imagine, you know, stumbling across gemstones on the beach? It'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? One of our directors, Paul, has said that he found some amber when he was on the east coast. Can't quite remember exactly where he went, but just keep your eyes peeled. Well done, collect it in Essex, you've got 4. Collect it in Buckinghamshire, you've got 2. Agnes has got 2. Vivian's got 2. Ali in the Isle of Man's got 2. Nicola in Gloucestershire's got 2. Jean in Essex has got 2. Congratulations. About 20 in baskets right now. Oh, look at that. Serengeti sunsets. Beautiful. 0800 644 655 at £14.95. If I just turn that round, actually, you've got a lot of silver in there. Look how much 925 sterling silver there is within your rondelle here. It's incredibly high end, isn't it? And at £14.95, you've got an absolute steal there. If you've got a phone in your hand right now, Just make sure you're staying exactly where you are. Speak with the call centre. You should be able to get that one. And I've got lots more coming up for you a little bit later on. If you're looking at the chain thinking, that's nice, this will be coming up for you in about an hour and a half's time, along with this kit that we've got. Honestly, you're going to absolutely love the next kit. I've got colour change garnet coming up for you after the break. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be back with you in just a few minutes' time.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Join Mark Smith as he introduces you to the incredible world of macrame. In this DVD, Mark guides you along step by step into all the techniques you will need to get started for some fabulous new designs. This includes the tools of the trade, getting started, incorporating beads, finishing touches, and finally learn how to create the beautiful goddess bracelet. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre. Sarah Elvin brings you her DVD, Friendship Bracelets. This fantastic DVD is filled with excellent techniques to create the perfect friendship bracelet. This includes the chevron style bracelet, the knitted style bracelet, and the crisscross bracelet. Friendships are forever, and so are bracelets. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Seen the deal of the day. I'll show it to you in just a second. Star buy for you. Now, this gemstone, I think I've only ever had this once, maybe twice, here at Jewellery Maker in the last year. For all of you gem collectors out there, this is like gold dust. You know, this doesn't happen every week. It doesn't happen every month here at Jewellery Maker. Colour change garnet. Oh my days! Now, I just want to give you a quick heads up. Again, telephone bidders, trust me on this one, okay? If you're loving it, come in, because I've only got 38 chances. Quantity is not huge on this, but we had to bring it you as a star buy. We had to feature this strand because it happens once in a blue moon. any gemstone in the industry with a phenomenon, whether that be asterism, whether that be chatoyancy, whether that be colour change, any gemstone with a phenomenon is very, very highly sought after indeed, as is your colour change garnet. This is an incredible, incredible collectible gemstone with a colour change phenomenon. Now you have 35 carats in total. 35 carats. One of the rarest and most beautiful colour change gemstones we have ever seen. 100% natural. Now you get that colour change will occur in different lighting conditions. So your incandescent to candescent light, for example. So here we are seeing predominantly greens, and in fact you can see some of the colour change coming through there. So you can see more of the reds coming through there as well, or soft pinks. Take this into candlelight and those reds and those soft pinks will really show off within this gemstone. Now that is completely natural, 100% natural. Now, don't you think it's incredible that Mother Nature gives us gemstones anyway? That's a miracle in itself. But Mother Nature giving us a gemstone that has the ability to change colour in different lighting conditions blows my mind. It really, really does. Romance, my goodness me, doesn't get any more romantic than this gemstone right here. This is your reason to go for that candlelit dinner. You need to see the colour change in your colour change garnet. If I was looking at 35 points of this gemstone in the industry anywhere at this price tag, I would be telling you to get as much as you could. 35 points. This is 35 carats. If you've been lucky enough to get the gold yesterday here at Jewellery Maker with the gold launch, use your gold with this. No less than 925. This is a collector's gemstone. Get this home. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You could get this home, take it into candlelight, have a look at the colour change for yourself. And if you're not 110% satisfied, I want you to send it back. Colour change garnet that is 100% natural and a massive, massive carat weight. £69.95 all day, every day. I have no idea how this can be done. This is colour change garnet. And we're looking at 35 carats. That is a massive, massive carat. Toby, that's not even anywhere near £1 a carat. Oh, my goodness me, do you have an absolute steal of a deal today. The 925 chain that we've got coming up, use this. If you've got any of the 925 findings that I had yesterday, how exquisite. You know, my guest is Ollie Mark Smith. He has what he calls his posh section. His posh section on his craft stall. This would totally be there. You could really make this strand go far, couldn't you? You could probably get 4 or 5 bracelets, pairs of earrings, whatever you like with this strand. The amber would look incredible. You know, quite often with the amber, we get the greener tones within it as well. This would complement the amber beautifully. Whether it be the cherry amber that we've got coming up as your deal of the day, look at those together. $4.30, your cherry Baltic amber rose. I've got 186. Wow. I've got the multicoloured amber coming up for you at $2.30 as well. Lots and lots of you checking this out. If you've got a phone in your hand right now, you need to be confirming. We only started with 38. 2/3 of the stock has gone already, and I've got lots and lots of you with these in baskets. BFRU05. Colour change garnet. Write the date down. If you watch us every day here at Jewellery Maker, write the date down. Colour change garnet. Let's just see how long it is before we see another strand. Oh, tell you, incredible. Okay. Have a look at these. Oh, these are going to be very, very popular. Again, last 46 chances, not a huge quantity for you here. These are fab. I mean, think of the contemporary designs that you could make with these. They're phenomenal. And do you know what? They are huge as well. 410 carats of lavender amethyst you have here. 10mm cubes you have. Again, you know, just using one of these in a bracelet would look stunning. These as charms would be great as well. You know, just popping one of these onto a head pin, maybe wire wrapping that into a design, using it as a charm. They'd look phenomenal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's approximately 40 gemstones that you've got there. Long drops in earrings, again, just 2 of those. That soft, subtle hue, almost kunzite hues is what you have with your lavender amethyst as well. But any amethyst that you have in your stash already, these will work fantastically. You've got those lighter tones there, beautiful lavender hues, gorgeous lilac, soft pinks, kunzite pinks in there. And look at how many you have. Look at the carat weight, 410 carats, 0800 644 655, completely natural at £6.95. If you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, just do your research. Go and have a look anywhere else. See if you can get a fraction of this carat weight of genuine amethyst anywhere for £6.90. In fact, what could you get? What carat weight could you get for £6.95? You'd be lucky if you could get a carat, really, wouldn't you? An actual carat? No. We've done this before. We've actually looked Chantenay carats. They're quite pricey. We did this a few weeks ago and just had a look how much. I think we were doing 1,000 carats in something, weren't we? So Toby had a look on the internet and an actual 1,000 carat. It was like 60 odd pounds, wasn't it? Yeah. Tell you, I don't like carats that much. You'd be orange, wouldn't you? 0800 644 655. Multi-buyers there. Collect it in Essex. You've just got 3. Well done to you. Collect it in Lincolnshire. You've just got 2. Massive well done to you. Susan in Lancashire. You've just got yours. Wilma, well done. Belinda in Buckinghamshire. Leslie in Hampshire. You're there. Collect it in Buckinghamshire. Marie, well done to you. Anne, collect it in Surrey. That's an add it to your order price tag. And these are some fantastic, fantastic shapes you've got there. Simple stretches. Well, I actually like that. Real statement look. Our Kerry, who has very similar colour hair to this, so ace. Kerry just said, do you know what? I quite like that. That's quite cool. Really is, isn't it? Really contemporary, really fun, and a great, great colour there as well. Hold those lines if you do have those in your baskets as soon as you can, just to make sure you are checking out. Now, Toby, where can I find my 230 star buy? Right, I'm just going to show you the star buy. There it is. Oh, look at this. Coming up for you in about 20 minutes. Isn't this beautiful? Again, look at the inner glow that you have. Wow. Not long to wait. That's really, really sizable. Really sizable. Not long to wait for that at all. Righty-ho. Let's have a look. Can I do the Sunstone? Now, I did pick these up straight away earlier on because I love Sunstone anyway, but the shapes of these are very, very different to anything else we normally see with your Sunstone. Look at these. You know how I was talking with your colour change garnet about gemstones with a phenomena? This, oh my word, look at this one down here. Just at the top there. It's just like gold dust. Beautiful, that glittery appearance that you have there. Oh my word! That's what we refer to as adventurescence within the gemstone. Completely natural again. When I say Sunstone, I mean naturally, I always think holidays anyway. But Sunstone makes me think even more so. You know, thinking of the best sunset you've ever seen. I bet these colours featured in that sunset. Beautiful peachy tones, burning oranges you've got there, almost padparacha tones you have to this gemstone. The shape's really, really unique, and the drill hole on these as well, they're centre drilled. So again, it gives you lots and lots of options with these. Now, you do have your medium nuggets 7x5 to 13x6, but I do love the fact that they're centre drilled there as well. Just popping those into a bracelet design will look exquisite. And again with gold, that adventurescence is spectacular. 0800 644 655. Again, because you've got a gemstone with a fantastic phenomena here, with your moonstone, it would look incredible. Oh my word. There is one right on the top there that is really showing off. Should be £29 and 95 pence. So you've got 65 carats of natural sunstone here. £24 and 95 pence. £24.95. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Approximately, I've lost count again. It's probably because I count in 20s. I don't know why I do that. I just do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 29. Yes, Kerry, you were right. I'm glad someone was listening. £24 and 95 pence. OR NV86 is your code for these. This would look beautiful with your antique bronze or your copper, wouldn't it? Those hues would really, really complement each other. What would you do with this strand, Tracey?
Disperse it with the copper and gold and definitely, and the silver I should say. Yeah, I really love it. So there's plenty on there to choose from, isn't there?
There really is. Really, really pretty. ORNV86. Well done. Valerie, you've just managed to take this one out. Well done. Elizabeth, you're there. Lydia, you're there. Congratulations. Yvonne, you've just got yours as well. 0800 644 655. So pretty. So pretty. Do you know, if this is one of those gemstones that in the studio, this looks fantastic. Outside, natural daylight. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Well done if you've managed to get those. Right. Ooh. Oh. Do you know, it was last week, I think, I saw Carol. Carol was on the morning show, and I was just coming on the mid show, and Carol was bringing you some Botswana agate as a star buy. This gemstone for me is just phenomenal. Look at the uniqueness in every single one. The colours are beautiful. Wow. Do you know, I was just about to say as well, it's high end, it's a higher end agate. You know, this isn't just any agate. Your Botswana agate is very, very unique in those colours and the banding. So every single one completely unique. So, you know, I was just about to say this is, and it still is, you know, it's your higher end agate that we're looking at here. I think the strand that Carol had, they were bigger rounds. I think they were like £24 and 95 pence. So in my head for these, I guess I was going about £19.95, maybe £16.95 at a push, but actually Toby has just said we are going really, really low on these. You've got 150 carats. 150 carats of completely natural Botswana agate. They're your 8mm round, so really, really versatile. It might be that you want to take this strand apart and take all of those colours. I mean, you've got some that would match up beautifully here. With kind of golden hues in there. You've got these ones here that are kind of like a dusky pink. I want to say that hue is there. You've got some yellows in there, some beautiful greys. They are exceptional. And again, the banding. You wouldn't get a matching pair of earrings. You know, you might just about match them up for colour, but as far as the banding is concerned in your Botswana agate, they are so unique and very, very on trend for this season. Now, I don't know if you've been having a look at any of the footage from London Fashion Week. London Fashion Week started on Friday. It carries on until Tuesday. I managed to watch a couple of hours of footage yesterday, and I managed to watch some of the footage on Friday. There's certain designers that are really going tribal right now. You know, it's all, it carries like, yes. It really is very, very tribal, you know, from the clothing to the accessories. This would be so on trend. This would be perfect on the catwalk at London Fashion Week this season. It really, really would. You've almost got that tribal look because of that banding and that mixture of colour within these gemstones. Win-win. Price tag on this is rather silly, I have to say. £7.95. I thought this would just be under £20, genuinely. On the back of seeing Carol's strand that she had the other day, again, there were bigger rounds, but on the back of that, this being a higher end agate that we're looking at here, this is stunning. Perfect for this season. 0800 644 655. Lots of you multi-buying as well. Nicolette in Surrey, you've got two. Hilary, you've got 3. Agnes in Lanarkshire, you've got 2. Collect in South Yorkshire, you've got 2. Avril in Yorkshire, you've got 2 as well. If you are a follower of fashion, get your Botswana agate now. You know, London Fashion Week, it's showing us what trends are coming up, what trends are coming in this season. If you've got this on your craft stall or you are wearing this gemstone, you're going to look right on it, I tell you. 0800 644 655. Simple, stretchy bracelets. I mean, look at that for a multi-stranded bracelet. Stacking and racking your multi-stranded bracelets. You know, you could have that huge layered up look. Again, that's very, very on trend, very on season. NXKY19 is your code for this one. Do you know what? Pretty much every other person on the telephone lines, on the web right now, multi-buying at $7.95. I do not blame you. Got about 25 in baskets right now. Just make sure you're checking out. The only way you can get this home is by completing that checkout and securing your purchase as well. Please don't sit there with things in your basket. You risk missing out if you do that. Telephone bidders can come through at any time and essentially take that from your basket. It's all about confirmation here at Jewellery Maker. 150 carats. Lindsay, collect it in West Yorkshire. Laurie, Violet, Marilyn, collect it in Greater Manchester. Kay, Sarah, Alison, just get checking out for those. You're going to have them delivered to your door very, very soon indeed. Well done if you've managed to get them. They're fantastic. I'm going to get these today. I love them. So I love the colours. It was got a lot of nude colours in there as well. Very, I love them. Love them. Right. Oh, apatite. Wow, there's loads on this strand. Now, we've only got 11 chances for you to come in and get this one. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Holidays. I mean, look at the colour. Come on. It's got to be the first thing we all think about, I think, when we look at, especially this time of year as well. Look at that colour. That is tranquil waters right there, isn't it? These are stunning. I cannot believe how many we have packed onto this strand. That is 135 carats of your sky blue apatite, 5x3 to 11x6 millimetres in size, a 24 centimetre strand. Again, wow. Toby's just told me where we're going on price tag for this. I would have expected at least double the price tag for this strand. You know, apatite, again, you know, when we think that it's very rare to find anything over 15 points, you know, in a single gemstone, if you look at the size of some of these, I mean, we're looking at big gemstones. They're 135 carats. There's so many on this strand. 5x3 to 11x6 millimetres in size. And look how well these have been faceted. Now, apatite, it's only 5 on the Mohs scale. So it's a very difficult gemstone to cut. These have been cut and faceted beautifully. You know, again, that makes this a very, very high-end strand, not just the gemstone, but the cut as well. The fantastic colour that you have in every single gemstone. I'm not going to count them all because there are so many here, but I'm going to try and count out 20 for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm going to go with a good 80 gemstones, 70 to 80 gemstones. Very rare to find at over 15 points. And if you have a look at the size of some of these, I mean, they are well over 15 points. MQ RU01, £24.95. Do you know, again, genuinely, £29.95. That was my closing price tag in my head when I picked up this strand, because there is so much here. We're at £17.95. Again, going forward, if you're a crafter, summer designs, can you imagine this with some Keshi pearls, some white Keshi pearls? How beachy would that look? Look beautiful. You're something blue in your wedding designs as well. These little briolette drops that you have as well would look gorgeous in tiaras. Your little tiara twists in hair combs as well. Again, I'm thinking beach weddings. Irina, Hilary, well done to you. Gail, Janet, collect it in County Down. Lots in baskets. I've only got 5 chances. They were the last 11. Oh, look at the brilliance as well. Can you see that sparkle from within? That light from within. I'm actually on a boat right now, out in a lagoon somewhere. I can dream, Tracy. I can dream.
We need to dream.
Well, you don't. You're always on holiday. She's off again soon, I tell you. Right. Coming up for you as your star buy very, very soon. Have a look at this. Less than 10 minutes. This is stunning. The inner glow here. Ooh. Wow, you can feel the warmth from this gemstone. Beautiful. Not long. Coming up for you in less than 10 minutes' time. Right. Gold-plated 925 toggle clasps for you now. Have a look at these. Now, all genuine gemstones deserve 925, don't they? You know, they're the genuine gemstones. But a lot of the time our budgets won't let us stretch to being that, what's the word I'm looking for? That, not generous. There's a word I'm looking for. Yeah, generous if you like. So, you know, we compromise with copper and different coloured metals, and also there's different colours that do complement different gemstones as well. But 925 for me, this is the kind of precious metal that you'd want to be using with any of your big five. So your rubies, sapphires, tanzanite, diamonds, emeralds, with pearls especially. You know, there's a certain calibre of gemstone, if you're a crafter, whereby your customer wouldn't expect to see anything less than 925. So it might just be your favourite gemstone. You know, your favourite gemstone might be amethyst, and you might be making a really special piece for yourself and just think, do you know what? I'm going to use 925. I'm going to use my solid gold if you manage to get solid gold. Now, if you did miss out on the solid gold yesterday, or again, your budget wouldn't let you stretch to that, maybe these. Instead. Now these are 925, but they are gold plated. So you've got the look of gold, you've got the luster of gold, but you don't have the price tag of solid gold right here. But you've got an incredibly durable precious metal underneath that gold there. 15 millimeters in your toggle and 19 millimeters in your bar there as well. You can use them as is intended for your toggle clasp, but you can use them in lots of different ways. So in this pack you are getting 3, so there's no reason why you couldn't use 2 of the rounds and have those as earrings. Attach your jump ring to the top, then attach your shepherd's hook. You could wire wrap a gemstone into the centre there if you wanted to, one of those beautiful apatite drops that we just had. It's entirely up to you. Actually, do you know, they'd look really, really elegant just by themselves in earrings. And you could use your T-bar. I mean, just the T-bar alone. Do you remember when the T-bar necklaces, you know, were all around? I used to have a T-bar necklace. There's no reason why you couldn't attach that again in a necklace design. It's entirely up to you. Or you just have 3 very functional toggle clasps there for your designs. Very high end as well. I've got lots of people multi-buying there, so well done indeed. NRGP 90. That works out to approximately £2.30 something each. That is 925. That is gold plated there. I'm just a beautiful pearl bracelet. Gorgeous pearl bracelet. One of these toggle fastenings, that would look exquisite. It really, really would. About 20 in baskets right now. Jeffrey in Staffordshire, well done. Karen's got 2 in Worcestershire. Julie in Glamorgan, well done to you, you've just got yours. Teresa in Devon, you've just checked yours out. Collect it in South Yorkshire, you've got 2. Brenda in Surrey, you've got 2. Well done to you. If you've got them in your basket, check them out. The quantity falling very, very quickly. NRGP 90. Collect it in South Yorkshire's just decided to get 4 instead. This is the great thing here at Jewellery Maker. You know, even when we're bringing you these prices, ridiculous price tags, clearance price tags, really is $6.95. I mean, anywhere else? We don't limit you. We don't say, well, do you know what? We're going to a great price tag, but you can only have 3 each. You know, like some of the supermarkets do with their offers. If you want to come in and you want to take everything that we have left, you can. It's entirely up to you. Great thing is you're only going to pay 1 P&P as well. It doesn't matter how many times you come in any one day. So you could have been in 100 times today already. Well, I say 100 times. You could have bought 100 pieces, I should say. Have we done 100 auctions today? But yeah, again, it doesn't matter how many times you come in. 1 P&P. Fantastic. Right. Citrine, oh, vintage. It's faceting in gemstones. For me, any gemstone that's around and faceted makes me think vintage automatically. So perfect for this weekend. In fact, I'm just going to bring the amethyst, the faceted rounds that we had, because if you've got those, amethyst and citrine, look at these. Richness of colours in there. Stunning. Aren't they beautiful? Citrine is the happy gemstone. Referred to as the happy gemstone. So uplifting, isn't it? You know, it really just makes you smile. It's that little bit of sunshine that we all need right now, apart from Tracey. you have a huge carat weight, 150 carats of your beautiful, rich citrine. This is completely natural. You know, again, citrine is one of those that is treated a lot in the industry, and again, absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. This citrine here is 100% natural. You've got that textbook sunshine hue to your gemstones. And again, with an 8mm round, that's really, really versatile. So it could be a couple of stretchy bracelets that you've got there, along with the amethyst that we had earlier on as well. I mean, look at that. Stacking and racking those stretchy bracelets. In the summer maxi dress, yes, they'd look fantastic, wouldn't they? And we also bring you so many other 8mm gemstones that are faceted as well. So, you know, mix them all up together, a little bit of jewellery elastic. You've got a huge carat weight of genuine gemstones there. It is November's birthstone. You know, we tend to think sunshine and summer with citrine, but it is actually November's birthstone. So if you're doing any of your birthstone jewellery, you will need to get citrine into your stash. Now, how fantastic would the citrine look with the amber that we have coming up? Oh, yes, that would look fantastic, wouldn't it? About 2 minutes time for the amber, not long at all. What would you do with these rounds, Tracy? What would you do with the strands?
They're stunning. They would look amazing with the spinel.
Oh, of course.
The black spinel in the next kit. Absolutely stunning. So, yeah, they're always gorgeous, aren't they? And if you contrast them with something like spinel, amazing.
Definitely. And the thing is as well, citrine's one of those that goes with most gemstones, isn't it? You know, it looks fantastic when you've got that contrast of colour, as you say. So if you've got your black spinel, the strand that we've got coming up in the kit, the amethyst that I've just shown you, putting it with something like peridot, you know, giving you that real pop of colour. Again, really summery, really, really summery. Get this one into your stash. Geraldine, well done. Sue, Olwyn, collect it in Hampshire. Louise, Samina in the West Midlands, you're there as well. OPGP43 is your code for this one. Going down on price. Do you know, Toby was so mesmerised then. He was looking at this strand very intently. Forgot to put the price tag in. £8.95 for you. That's phenomenal, just phenomenal. Again, vintage. Think of smoky quartz. You know, smoky quartz and citrine, those two hues together are just a match made in heaven. They really are. They look stunning. Maybe using your 8mm faceted smoky quartz every other, just a small section. Beautiful. If you've got these, well done. If you checked out the higher price tag, well done, because now you're only paying £8.95. Collect it in South Yorkshire. Joanna in Midlothian, Peter in Essex. Collect it in Wiltshire. Well done to you. Make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. With any of the amber, I'm just going to bring in the amber rondelle that we had as well. Again, look at that contrast of colour there. If you want to pop one of those rondelles into a bracelet design, just stunning. Claire in Bristol, well done to you. 0800 644 655. Sandra, Susan, well done to you. Hold those lines. Okay, if you quite like the look of the amber and the citrine together, perfect. Time for your star buy. It is Amber Day here at Jewellery Maker. We've seen a beautiful rondelle already. There may be some left on the web, not sure. Just go and have a look. This is stunning. This is really, really beautiful. Now we've got a 3-figure quantity of these for you. The colour, the richness with amber. Amber's fantastic because you get many different hues in your amber. If you missed out on the rondelle earlier on, perhaps come in and get that. Using them together in the design, you can see again, you know, you've got your real cognac hue in the rondelle here, and you've got this beautiful, beautiful golden hue within your rose there. 20 to 25 millimetres in size. Now, amber is formed from fossilised tree resin. Little snippet of 50 million years of history you have in an organic gemstone. Now, over the years, due to the elements, heat and pressure, that is what has given us this incredible, incredible gemstone that so many people are in love with. as I was saying before, it's one of those that you can never mistake. You don't ever mistake this gemstone for another gemstone, do you? You know, we talk about black spinel being the master of disguise because some people look at black spinel and think it's a black diamond or think it's black agate or black onyx. You know, this you look at and you know it's amber. It's a gemstone that so many people are familiar with. If you go and have a look at, I'm going to call them seaside shops again because that's the only way I know them. Seaside shops, so generally they're the shops that you get when you go on holiday, either if you're going to Wales or you go down south, and they have, you know, incense, Thai Buddhas, handcrafted jewellery, those kind of shops. You quite often see amber there as you do Labradorite, rose quartz, amethyst, those kind of gemstones. When set into silver, you know, and set into jewellery, this gemstone can command really, really huge price tags. It's a very, very sought after gemstone. And as I was saying earlier on, you know, if you look into the myth and folklore behind this gemstone, that we can't touch on too much here, but if you're into crystal healing and your healing properties of gemstones, have a look at amber because there are pages and pages that go with this gemstone. It is the least dense gemstone of them all, and the majority of our amber coming all the way from Poland. So as I said before, if you're on the east coast of the UK, go out for a walk today on the beach. If it's a nice sunny day, just go and have a look. Keep your eyes peeled for this gemstone because it might just be that you stumble across them. It's beautiful. Now, guest designer Mark Smith used one very similar this morning in a necklace. Look at this design. Using lots of amber nuggets. I love this. But just a little idea of what you could be doing with your piece of amber once you get this home. So you can claw prong set that, no problem. You could net it as well if you wanted to, in a ring or in a pendant. That is just phenomenal. And again, you can see there the difference in the colours that you get with amber. I mean, this particular one that I have here, really holds the light, doesn't it? You know, even from a distance, if you were wearing this in a brooch or up the neckline or in a ring, you're really, really going to be able to see that amber, aren't you? Because it is glowing from within. And this is really, really sizable as well. I've got lots of you multi-buying as we did for the last piece that we had as well. You need to be getting involved today. WOGY29. Deborah in Bedfordshire, well done. Lorraine in Oxfordshire, you've got 2. Well done. Linda in Angus. Susan, Alice, Ruby, Brenda, Collector in South Yorkshire. £19.95. I'm just going to pop this on the hand for a second, actually. Just so you can get a rough idea of size with this as well. That's going to have some impact. And again, vintage. You know, amber has been around for such a long time and been used in jewellery for such a long time as well. You're going to have that classic vintage look because you've got those beautiful golden hues there. You know, you could perhaps put amber with smoky quartz or something like your colour change garnet, something that has similar tones. But for me personally, amber is a pretty standalone gemstone. You know, I don't tend to want to put amber with anything else because it has such impact all by itself. The carving here as well is just phenomenal. I mean, this has taken, I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess actually as to how long that would have taken to hand carve. Okie dokies. The phone has just rang. It's generally good or bad this time. I think it's good news. I think that may have been the powers that be. It's happening. We should not be doing this. So congratulations again if you have already checked out. £19.95. We've taken £5 off. That is 25% off of that price tag for you. So well done if you have already checked out. Whoops. It's fine. Lorraine in Oxfordshire. So actually, we've taken £5 off. We've just put £10 back in your pocket because you've just checked out 2. Collector in Leicestershire. We've just put £10 back in your pocket because you've got 2 of them as well. Excuse me. Collector in London. We're just giving you £15 back because you've checked out 3. Do you know what you could have in a cuff design? How beautiful would that look? The cuff, the pendant, the brooch. It's a really, really big look. Collector in Sussex, Judith. Well done to you. Vivian in Lancashire. Well done, Ruby in the West Midlands. Susan, Elizabeth. Susan in Cambridgeshire. Susan in Yorkshire. Collector in Greater London. Collector in South Yorkshire. You're there as well. Tracey, what would you do with this?
I think it would have to be a main feature pendant.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd surround it with some of the, perhaps the bronzes, because the colours would really complement it. Yeah, so it would be a focal feature in a bronze pendant.
It would have. I mean, I think you'd find it a bit of an impossible task not to make this a feature in any design, wouldn't you? Because it's just so high impact. It really is, really glowing from within as well. Well done. If you're on the phone lines now, just press your number 1 button. You may be experiencing queues today. They are seconds. It's just seconds, and it's a free telephone number, so it is not going to cost you a single penny. 0800 644 655. Irene in Bristol, you've just been answered and got yours. Massive congratulations to you. Judith, you've got 2. Linda in Angus, you've got yours on the telephone lines there as well. Gail, you've just got yours. Well done. Hold those lines. That is beautiful. And if you love this one, you're going to love the deal of the day. Look at the colour of this one. Hold that. I'm going to allow as much light as I can through that gemstone to really, really show off the colour. Why not get them both? Bouquet of amber. Wouldn't that look gorgeous? Screen's not doing the colour justice in this one at all. Might have to get the torch out for this one. It's beautiful. Hold those lines. Well done. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Ooh. At 3 o'clock, I've got another rondelle for you. Now, earlier on we had the cognac colour. This one is your honey hue that you've got here. So again, if you came in and you got this one, I would be coming in for this one in a glow. They're just beautiful. So not too long to wait at all for that one. That's your lemon Baltic amber. Right, at 4 o'clock, I've got some Swiss blue topaz. Now this is going to be a considered purchase. This isn't bead quality, this is gemstone quality we are looking at here, and a massive, massive carat weight. This is the kind of quality that you would perhaps be using your solid gold for that you got yesterday, or your 925. Oh my days, look at the sparkle. I've only got 11 chances. This will be a considered purchase. Coming up for you, 50 carats. I don't think I've ever seen that carat weight of Swiss blue topaz in one go before. And again, it's a strand that we don't have every day of the week. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Oh, ruby, emerald and sapphire. Speaking of high end, look at these strands that you have here. I know where these are going on price today, and I would happily give you that price for one of these strands, any one of them. But you are going to get all 3. How high end are these? Look at the graduation in colour. Oh my gosh, they are beautiful. Wow. Do you know, the last few times that I've had strands like this, we've talked a lot about the sparkle. You know, the faceting really has been stepped up a level, I have to say, you know, and rightly so with these higher end gemstones that we're looking at as well. Generally, when you've got a lot of colour, so a very deep, dark depth of colour in a gemstone, you sacrifice brilliance. Now, brilliance is the internal light. So if you're getting a gemstone that is full of colour, you won't necessarily get lots of light travelling through that gemstone. However, with these, we have faceted them beautifully to give you the sparkle. So you've got the colour and you've got the sparkle here as well. You have ruby, emerald and sapphire. This might be, you know, for you at home, you might be thinking you'd never ever, this is something you could never ever have in your own personal jewellery collection. And for me personally, you know, did I ever think that I could get 23 carats of ruby? 23, who owns 23 carats of ruby outside of any of our family and friends here at Jewellery Maker? 23 carats of ruby, that's exactly what you have here. 23 carats, and the colour is, or colours I should say, dreamy. 19 carats of genuine blue sapphire you have there. Cream of the crop. Emeralds. Wow. Zambian emeralds. How many carats, sorry, Toby, of the emerald? 19 carats of emerald. So in total, we are talking 61 carats. 61 carats of ruby, emerald and sapphire for one phenomenal price tag. Now, if I had to play, guess the price tag, I would be looking at 3 figures, without a doubt, 3 figures. You've got exquisite ruby, exquisite emerald and exquisite sapphire and a big, big carat weight at £59.95. Not just for 1 strand, but for 3 strands. And guess what? We are not staying there. If you've checked these out already, a massive, massive well done. At £60 or £59.95, that is less than £20 per strand. At £39.95, that works out to less than £15 per strand. Wow. Less than £15 per strand. Have you ever seen strands like this individually around that price tag? That is bonkers. Are we compromising on colour? Are we compromising on quality because of that low price tag? Absolutely not. And you've got your gift box as well, your presentation box, your Jewellery Maker presentation box that this comes with. Great, great gift idea. We'll give you these boxes as well. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? One of those collections whereby you wouldn't want to rush your design with these at all. It might be that you're saving them for a commission, maybe. Might be that you're saving them for yourself. I've got 10 in basket. £13. If I was bringing you 100 of these at £13, 100 of these sapphire strands at £13, they would sell out in a flash. Look at the richness of colour and look at the sparkle that you have there. If I was bringing you this strand of emerald at £13 as my favourite gemstone in the whole wide world, I would be multi-buying. If I was bringing you the ruby strand, oh, I mean, emerald's my favourite, Tracey, but the ruby here and the sapphire, I'm struggling.
They're all stunning, aren't they? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for me, less is more, so I would kind of break them up and use them into lots and lots of earring designs and make a lot of money out of them.
Yeah, and the thing is, Tracey, you really could, because we're at £13 a strand.
Yeah.
Let's just say that you used a small section of ruby.
Yeah.
Small section, 925 earring findings in earrings. I mean, you could go £20 to £25 easily. A lot of guest designers say that, especially with 925.
Yeah, I mean, earrings are always a great seller when you're when you're selling at fairs. If you price them well, even with lovely, precious stones like this, it's just, you're going to make a tidy bundle.
It really is, isn't it?
So it's well worth it.
Do you know, we've got over 15 in baskets. I only started with 20. You need to be checking out Sarah in Suffolk, Collect It in Merseyside, Collect It in Kent, Joe in Greater London, Ruby, Jacqueline, Anne in Berkshire, Janet in Suffolk. It is fastest fingers first right now. I only had 20. Use your 30-day money back guarantee if you need it. You're not going to need it. Oh, no. Okay, lots of text messages about the lemon amber spacer bead that we have coming up for you. We're going to do it a little bit early. Good, don't we? Do that a little bit early for you. We're going to do this for you in about 5 minutes' time. The other one flew out of the door. It went really, really quickly. Not sure if there's any left. You can have a look on the web, because maybe it might be that you want to get all of them. You know, those colours together really complement each other, don't they? This is coming up for you in about 5 minutes' time. Right, have a look at this garnet. Whoa! This is a long, long strand. Wow. Do you know, it's one of my favourites. My top 6 are all green gemstones. Garnet is at number 2 with a lot of other gemstones. There's a lot on my number 2. Garnet for me, I mean, the richness of colour, again, bearing in mind that this is a completely natural gemstone. Just look how high-end this gemstone is. I cannot believe this is a 40 centimetre strand that you have here. That is a lot of garnet, all the way from Mozambique, a location that is well known for giving us this richness of colour. The graduation there is spectacular as well, you know. Again, if you were to see a necklace design, again, it might be the solid gold you got yesterday, in a boutique window with no price tag on. I mean, I'd want to go for, you know, 3 figures, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it more. I really, really wouldn't. 2x1 to 5x2 millimetres in size. Even from there, you can see that phenomenal, phenomenal sparkle. Now, garnet and pearls together look so high-end. Can you imagine, with such a long strand that you have here, you know, you could really make this go a long way. Using those in between pearls, you know, maybe if you've got some... Oh, if you had some 7 to 8 millimetre rounds in your white pearls, you know, just popping these, even if you just wanted it to be a small section, in between your pearls, that would look so high-end, very, very regal. Again, garnet's one of those that goes with so many of the gemstones. Put it with your peridot. Your garnet and your peridot together would look exquisite, wouldn't it? 0800 644 655. GRSY12 is your code for this. £27.95. Do you know, I'm sure we should be at something like £39 for this strand. We're going lower as well. 112 carats of natural. Oh, how sparkly. £21.95. I mean, Tracey, you could make so many pairs of earrings from this strand, couldn't you, if you wanted to?
Oh, totally, yeah. I mean, there's, you know, dozens of pairs of earrings in that, really, seriously. And, you know,
so high-end. Do you know, actually, I'm just going to drop the 925 sterling silver chain in with this as well. If you're coming in for the 925 chain, about $330, in addition to the kit that we have coming up for you very, very soon. That would look so high-end. Janet in County Durham, Weldon Collector in South Yorkshire, Linda in Shropshire, Marie, you're there in France. Sarah in Suffolk, congratulations to you. Hold those lines. Right, let's squeeze in one more for you before we bring you the star by. Last 14 chances. 925 flower stud earrings. Wow, these are really, really pretty. So lustrous. 925 is the most lustrous of all of your precious metals. So even with no gemstones whatsoever, incredible. Have a look at these. You could take some small lengths of chain. If you wanted to cut this chain, take some small lengths. Just have some drops on there as well. Wouldn't they look beautiful? 3 pairs of these earrings you're going to get. So the price that you see, it's not per pair. It's for all 3. They are 95 sterling silver. You will get your butterfly backings with these as well. And every single piece is stamped with your 925 stamp there as well. 0800 644 655. Last few chances. Miss it, miss out. £2, 30 something per pair. Go onto the high street. You know that catalogue shop where you can't actually look at anything? I always found that a bit odd. You go into a shop to look at a catalogue. Yeah, so, you know, just buying a pair of silver studs. You know, what kind of price would you pay for 1 pair of studs? You've got 3 pairs here at £6.95. Really fancy, aren't they? They're beautiful. HD RF45 only started with 14 and they are pretty much gone. If you've got them in your basket, I can't guarantee that you're all going to do it. It's a matter of checking out as soon as you can. Let's bring you another cheeky star by. These rondelles that we've had, they are stunning. It is Amber Day here at Jewellery Maker today. I'm just going to pop the other rondelle on here actually, because if you've got the other one, I'm thinking they would look really great together. There are still a few available. If you go onto the web, you can check this one out also. But now I'm bringing you the lemon amber. Stunning rondelle. that is set with 925 sterling silver. Again, just going back to what we were saying earlier on about that very famous charm brand, high street charm brand, if you have a look at some of their prices, just for 925, no gemstones whatsoever, you can be paying around the £40 mark just for a 925 charm. These will work beautifully in bracelet designs. Just using one of these as a focal point in a necklace would look stunning. I mean, if you just took a length of chain and had this rondelle in the centre on a necklace, because of that inner glow, that spectacular golden inner glow that you get with your amber, do you know what? I guarantee you're going to get so many compliments. You really, really would. 14 by 9 millimeters in size. Now, you could fit a lot of cord through there if you wanted to. You know, it might be chain, it might be cords that you wanted to put there. You might be wanting to pop it into a macrame design or a kumihimo design. You might want to use these in a different way altogether. You know, if you sat at home now thinking, actually, Hannah, you haven't covered that, you know, this is what I would do. Do text in 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio. Let us know how you'll be using these in your designs. They are so pretty. And again, the faceting there is exquisite. It gives you that extra little bit of luster, but because of this gemstone anyway, that is, you know, whatever colour we're looking at, that inner glow, they are on fire. They really, really are. RLGY37 is your code for this one. Lots of you coming in and multi-buying already. Lots of you were multi-buying with the last one as well. And again, nothing to stop you coming in and getting that one as well if it's still available on the website. Popping a few of these onto a bracelet design. Do you know what? I quite like 3 actually. I'm thinking I might quite like 2 of the lemon ones and then 1 of the cognac that we had earlier on. 2 lemon ones either side, cognac amber in the centre, and just having those drop down in a necklace. In fact, can I hold these up, Bruce? Having those in a necklace design, how pretty would that look? When you've got movement in jewellery, it allows light to travel through the gemstone as it moves, so it really does capture people's eyes. Really, really does. I think I'd go for 3. I'm going to go for 2 of the lemon and 1 of the cognac there. Simply on a bit of chain, how pretty. Looks really, really pretty, doesn't it? 0800 644 655. Phone just rang. Could go either way. What have I done? Not really. We're allowed to go a little bit lower. This is great news for you that have already checked out. Now, where we should be, and then let's talk business. I think we closed at $14.95 for the cognac amber. We did. We're going even lower. Special permission to take this lower for you. If you've already checked out, again, 3s, 2s, I've got a 4 there as well. Brand new Premier price tag, £11.95 for you today. That is just incredible. Angela in Surrey, Weldon, Karen in Worcestershire, you've got 2. Collector in Essex has got 5. Nicolette in Surrey, Margaret in Nottinghamshire, June in Worcestershire, Linda in Buckinghamshire, Linda, oh, I've just read that one, Julia in Glamorgan, Gillian in Cheshire's just got 4 of these. Collector in Oregon, Christine in Essex, Penny in Surrey's got 3. Collector in Staffordshire, you're there. Collector in County Cork, Corolla in Oxfordshire's got 2. Claire in Cumbria, you've got 2 as well. Maybe you're thinking along the same lines as me, perhaps having 3 of these in a design. It's going to look beautiful, isn't it?
They're absolutely stunning. They really are. As you say, they're just as a single piece on its own. Or I'm thinking into a really long piece.
Ooh,
with some ribbons or cords and make it into a really, you know, quite a few.
Yeah.
All the way through this really, you know, it's quite a statement, very bold piece.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, you can put amber with lots of other gemstones, you know, because you've got those real earthy tones there, because you're looking at something that's very organic. Perhaps consider, you know, something like mookaite, again, where you've got those earthy tones, or your jaspers. For me personally, I don't want to put amber with anything else other than amber. It might be that you've already got a few strands of rounds. You know, again, if you've got any 4mm rounds, maybe you've made a beautiful kumihimo bracelet or a macrame bracelet. pop your rounds in, and then have one of these as your focal point in the centre there as well. Great gift ideas, great for charms as well, just popping into bracelets or into necklace designs. £11.95. Well done to every single one of you that has managed to get more than one of these. 25 in baskets still at the moment. Over half of the stock has gone already. Chain's coming up for you. Approximately 3:30. I have just over 100 chances, 3 metres of 925 sterling silver chain coming up for you. Great addition with the kit that I've got coming up for you very, very soon as well. Pam in Northumberland, Stephanie in Swansea, Mary in Suffolk, Anne in Berkshire, Linda, Deborah, well done to you. Collect it in Surrey, collect it in Bedfordshire, Deborah in Tyne-and-Wear, Kath in Worcestershire. Loads and loads of you on the telephone line. So how pretty does this look? Wow, I'm loving that glow. You see, even when you've got a block colour behind that gemstone, it still absorbs the light. It still just glows beautifully, doesn't it? RLGY37, Patricia in Surrey, you've got 2. Penny in Surrey, you've just got 3. Well done to you. Amanda in Worcestershire, you've got 2. Telephone bidders, sit tight. Stay where you are. Free telephone number. It's not costing you a single penny if you're holding on those phone lines. The longest queue I've ever seen here at Jewellery Maker is 2 minutes. Nothing, is it? It's not even that long. It's seconds. Well done. Okay. Make sure you're checking out. Still got lots and lots of those in baskets after the break. I'm just going to give you a quick sneaky peek of what's coming up in the kit. Every time we have these, very excited. Beautiful. This is coming up for you as part of your kit after the break. I've also got some 925 in that kit too. And I've also got over 100 opportunities for you to come in and get yourself 3 metres of 925 solid sterling silver chain. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes' time.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged 1 postage and packaging fee?
Live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Coral is another organic gem material. This particular gem material derives its nature from sea anemones or coral-like branches that grow within the ocean. The coral we use at JM is all ethically sourced, which means it is dead and not living before we turn it into jewellery. It's not farmed coral, so it's not taken from the sea alive. Coral has a wavy-like structure, which can often be referred to as a wood-grain structure too. It is seen in many colours, but the natural colours are your more pink to red tones. Due to its nature, coral can also be dyed. And so we see it in many different colours, including whites, oranges, and even goldens and greens.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. If you have just tuned in, go and have a look on the website if there's anything still available from today's show. We've had some incredible pieces of amber for you so far, and some beautiful strands as well. I've got the kit for you now. We've had so many text messages already about this strand just on the break there. Look at this, your beautiful abalone. Anytime we have strands like this, no matter what the gemstone, they are so popular. I love these. Look at the iridescence that you have in this gemstone. The iridescence that I'm referring to is the display of colour that you can see coming from this gemstone. You have beautiful abalone, your graduated bars from 15 by 4 to 30 by 5 millimetres in size. Aren't they just stunning? So you can, as lots of you do, simply restrand these into a necklace design, which they look stunning. I mean, look, you wouldn't want to separate them, would you really? They look so fabulously. We've graduated them for you and done a lot of the work already. You can use them individually. They look fantastic individually as well. I love those colours. I could stare at them all day. They're so unique. You've got blues in there. You've got purples. You've got pinks. You've got greens. You've got golden hues in there as well. Quite a standalone gemstone again, isn't it? So exceptional. Love those. So you've got your abalone there. You've got a huge carat weight of black spinel. Deco, my goodness me, isn't this a fantastic gemstone? 120 carats of your black spinel faceted rounds you have there. Such a glamorous gemstone. You know, again, putting this with pearls, you have a really art deco look, don't you? It's such a versatile gemstone that works with absolutely anything and everything that you have in your stash. And that is a huge carat weight that you've got there. How many carats did you say, Toby? 120 carats. Are they graduated? Just looking at the sizes. I can't find them on my graphicals, you see. There's a very long list there. Oh, there we go. 5 to 8 millimetres. I beg your pardon, I found it. 5 to 8 millimetres in your faceted rounds there. They are stunning. I then have for you your threading essentials pack as well. You've got your monofilament, your clear elastic, and your silver beading thread there as well. And then I've got some 925. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm just ruining it all, aren't I? Have a look at these. These are gorgeous. Your 925 beautiful spacer beads. Look at the finish on these as well. How high end do these look? They're stunning. I love 925. I'm a 925 girl, I have to say. It's the most lustrous of all of your precious metals, giving you so much luster there. Your silver satin finished beads, 8 millimetres in size, and you've got a 3.5 millimetre hole on those. So you could get a lot of threads through those if you wanted to use them individually. I then have a 925 findings pack for you. Now, there's 45 pieces, I think, in this findings pack that you've got here. And you've got so much. You've got your silver head pins in there, 925. You've got your jump rings. You have your crimps. You've got your crimp covers. You've got your shepherd's hooks in there as well. You've got an 8-inch length of chain in there, perfect for a bracelet. You've got your T-bar fastening in there. You've got your featherweight head pins. So again, with any smaller gemstones, they're a great option if you've got any of your 2mm seed beads, or perhaps some pearls with a smaller drill hole on them. They're perfect. There's a lot of 925 here as well. Your abalone, your 925, your black spinel, and your threading essentials pack, 8 inches in length on your chain there. I'm just going to double check actually, because it actually looks more. Let me look. No, it is 8 inches. And this as well, all you need to do is pop your clasp on there and you are good to go. Look at that for high end. Wow. 0800 644 655. Actually, Bruce, can I hold this strand up? Kind of necklace design. We've seen this, sometimes they've been wire wrapped into one of the necklace collars, simply giving you that graduation there. That is just beautiful. Even from there, you can see the iridescence, can't you? Gorgeous, gorgeous colour you've got there. BZGC 93. There's a lot of 925 in this kit for you today as well. Black spinel. I mean, that's going to go with absolutely anything and everything in your stash, isn't it? There's loads of you multi-buying. This makes me suspicious. And just remember, there's a lot of 925 here, Tobes. And spinel. And abalone. And let's not forget your threading essentials. That's your should be price tag. Oh dear. 0800 644 655. Collect in North Yorkshire. You've got 2. Well done to you. Linda in Hampshire's got 2. Kathleen in Essex has got 2. I don't blame you. If you can multi-buy, if your budget will allow you today, I would go for it at £29. And 95 pence, 29.95. You've got your beautiful, in fact, you've got 3 of those as well. Your satin finish silver spacer beads there, they're stunning. This abalone is dreamy. Black spinel and a whole lot of 925 sterling silver in with this kit as well. Isn't this so high end, Tracy, this kit?
It is stunning. It's a beautiful kit.
Oh, do you know, I could stare at these abalone all day long. Look how individual they all are. Don't you think it's like art? When I look at abalone, it makes me think of art. It really is. It's Mother Nature's artwork right there. I've got about 25 in basket. Lots of you checking out straight away. This kit's going to sell out pretty quickly right now. So again, if you've got it in your basket, don't hesitate. We only started with 66 chances. We have less than 20 available right now at £29.95. I am not surprised with all of this 925. That abalone strand is just phenomenal. And wait until you see what Tracy has done with this abalone today. BZGC 93. Jeanette in Gloucestershire, well done. Karen in West Sussex. Nicola, you've got yours. Kim, Karen in Worcestershire's got 2. Christine in North Yorkshire. Linda in Surrey. Collector in Lancashire. Francis in Devon. Kathleen in Essex has got 2. Kath in Worcestershire, you've got yours. Anne in Greater Manchester. Samina, Deborah, Lisa, Carola, Shirley, Natasha, Nikki. Collector in Cumbria. Carol, Debbie. You've got to be checking out. These are going to sell out. We only started with 60-something. They're going to go very quickly. Right, I don't want to put these down, but I have to. Let's go over and have a look at Tracy's designs today. To be honest, I did try and put the necklace on, but it would have hit my mic. It was right there, so unfortunately, I couldn't. Like that, yeah. Have a look at these. Do you know, I'm going to have to start with the necklace. Masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. This is Tracy. This is beautiful. Look with the silver clay as well.
Well, vintage, we went with sort of deco. Art deco is it's always a classic. It will always work for everybody, I think. Art deco, Art Nouveau. So, yeah, I went with the sort of angular design.
And, you know, the earrings, look at these, Tracy. She can really feel the weight of that. And Tracy's got the chain there, and you've used a lot, you've been really generous with that silver in there, Tracy.
Yeah, and actually the contrast of the bright silver chain and ear wires, and then the elements I've made in silver clay, which are the flat bead and the sort of end cone are patinaed quite heavily, but I love the contrast of the bright against the darker. And then, yeah, I was just having a bit of fun with those, with the tassels off the...
Do you know, I love it though. I love it when the guest designers do that, because quite often we don't see them used, do we? I know a lot of you save up the tassels and use them in different bits and pieces. But, you know, a couple of times that I've told you before that I've seen 925, sorry, not 925, got confused then because I was looking at the earrings. Just tassel earrings, no gemstones whatsoever, in a glossy magazine there was £65 just for a pair of tassel earrings. No gemstones. No gemstones. And again, you know, with your tassels as well, running with the tribal theme that I saw featured on the catwalk yesterday at London Fashion Week, tassels are great for tribal jewellery.
I was just going to say the same, you know, the Art Deco, which was the influence for this, and then when you were talking about tribal before, I thought, well, that kind of fits as well.
Yeah, yeah, it actually really, really does, doesn't it? Look at this necklace design. My word, look at the iridescence from those gemstones. Oh, Tracy, this is stunning. This piece, I mean, that is the kind of piece you would expect to see in a gallery, you know, just beautiful, so much work. How long did that take you, Tracy, that piece?
Well,
I guess once you've got your silver.
Well, yeah, it was making all the individual beads of silver, which, you know, take about a day and a half to make all the component parts for these pieces, so yeah.
They are fabulous. I'm going to have to pop one of these earrings in. I just have to. I was looking at these as soon as I came in earlier on, because I am a silver girl as well, and there's a lot of silver in these. Oh, look at them, Tracy. They're beautiful, aren't they? You could recreate a very similar design. Just move my hair out the way for you there.
They're very party, aren't they?
Yeah, let's go out. They are gorgeous. Well done if you've already managed to check this kit out. If you haven't yet, there is still quantity, there's still availability for you. So just make sure you're checking out. We've got about 25 in baskets. How are we for quantity? Because we didn't have a huge quantity, did we? About 12. About 12 left. Very, very limited quantity there. At £29.95. Just put my pearl back in. I wear my pearl studs every single day. Love them. This is fantastic. I'm just going to take you around the back of this as well, if that's okay, because Tracy, you know, heavily used the black spinel at the back there with the toggle fastening out of the findings pack there as well. Indeed. Incredible. I love these, Tracy. Right, we've had a text in from Maureen in Greater London. Tracy, the necklace is gorgeous, unbelievable.
Oh, I'm so pleased you like it.
Oh, I mean, how could you not? It's just exquisite, really, really high end. What kind of price tag do you think you'd pop on something like this, Tracy?
Oh, again, anything I make that I'm going to sell through galleries and things, you know, they've got a cost to it as well. So this particular piece, I think, would be going in 3 figures. So, you know, £120, £140, something like that.
Wow. Wow. Wow, I love it. Silver clay will be coming up for you very, very soon as well. So if you're looking at these designs thinking, I need to recreate them, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Silver clay will be coming up for you. I've got quite a few of you with these in baskets now. Collect it in Somerset, Elizabeth in Lanarkshire, Collect it in Sussex, Margaret in Cornwall, Gillian in County Londonderry, Samina in the West Midlands, Deborah in Carmarthenshire, Lisa in Yorkshire, Corolla in Oxfordshire, Shirley in Suffolk, Natasha in Angus, Nikki Collect it in Cumbria, Carol in Cambridgeshire, Debbie in the West Midlands. You're not all going to be successful. If you want this kit, you have to check it out as soon as you possibly can. This is going to be a sellout at £29.95. I can't believe what you're getting in this kit. I mean, those bars, the abalone bars, no matter what the gemstone, when we're bringing you those bars, they're so, so popular. The amount of silver that you have in this kit as well, and the black spinel strand, I mean, by itself, you know? The carat weight was a 3-figure carat weight that you've got here. Exquisite and so, so high end. Okay, Tracy, what are you going to show us?
Okay, so I'm going to show you all the component parts in order to make the earrings.
Yeah.
Okay. I've dug deep to find myself some polymer clay.
Is it these ones? Sorry, Tracy. Yeah?
Yeah, those earrings.
Excellent.
Yeah. As you were looking away, I get my polymer clay. This is just a piece of polymer clay that I took inside here.
Oh, right, you kind of keep it warm. My nail lady always tends to do that with her nail polish as well.
Yeah, keep it nice and soft. So that's, I've just got that out to keep it nice and soft. So I've got my polymer clay out. This is going to help me create a little form. Okay. So I'm already creating this into a little bit of a cone shape.
Ah, I see.
Okay, and use my little roller to create this little cone. Can you see this coming up into a sort of cone shape? So this is going to start to help us form the sort of end cap sections of these. So here's my little cone. I would bake this off in polymer clay, so it's, you know, a little firmer to work on. So I'll pop it on my little cup warmer here or into your domestic oven, how you normally bake off your polymer clay. So here I've got one baked off already. Okay. And this is going to help me create my little cone. So let me show you where we're heading. Okay. I'll use my graph card as well in front of me. So take my little bit of clay. I've got my clay already prepared under my pot here in front of me. And I'm going to roll out this little bit of clay using my 0.75 or 3 cards thick. So roll, lift, turn, roll. And working on these little Teflon mats is great because the clay doesn't stick at all. Now, I'm just going to lift this one more time and roll it out. Now, this is where the graph card comes in. I'm going to take my little bit of clay, pop it onto this graph card, because this is going to help me cut it to the size and shape I need. So I just need to grab my tissue blade. Grab up my tissue blade. Here we go. So I'm going to cut this across the bottom here. Yeah. Cut a right angle in it really. Okay. So lift away that bit and across the top here. All right. Lift that away too. Oh, it's not going for me today, is it? Hey ho. So I'm now going to cut an arc. It's almost in an arc, but I'm going to cut an arc from one side to the other, like this, and just lift away that excess. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to lift up my bit of clay. Lift it really carefully. Yeah. It's stuck, it's stuck, it's stuck. Can I start again?
You can, of course you can. And don't worry about Tracey, because I actually like it when things like this happen, because we're not all perfect. You know, things happen like this all the time, and it's great to know what would Tracey do in that situation. You know, it's really great to see it actually. Just how to correct it. You just start again.
You just start again.
That's the great thing about clay, is you can just literally roll it up.
Do it again. There we go. That's so much better. Okay. Now, let's see if it's sticking before we go any further. No.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Right, now, I'm going to cut. Yeah. Cut and cut again.
Excellent.
So I end up with kind of a right angle, and I'm going to arc my blade. I'm going to cut this sort of 3 centimetres by 3 centimetres with a little arc across the top. That's vaguely.
And again, a really good tip is using that graph paper actually. It's brilliant, isn't it, for stuff like this?
So that's vaguely where we're heading. My little bit of polymer clay that I've created and baked off, I'm just going to put a little bit of badger balm on there so it doesn't stick too much. I'm going to lift up my clay. Now this is behaving for me. I'm going to pop my little bit of clay onto the cone here and just bring it around. Now I haven't gone all the way to the top. I do actually leave a little gap at the top there, but then I'm going to wrap it round like a little jacket, like so. And I can roughly see, if I roll it all the way around, I can roughly see where it starts to overlap. Okay. So that's where I'm going to trim it off, where the overlap is. Now I'm going to bring it round again, and I'm going to start to smoosh. That's a very technical term.
Smoosh, there's a new one for the Jewellery Maker dictionary.
Smoosh down this edge.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Yeah. Smoosh down the edge. And just use a little of the syringe. Okay. Just along that line there. Up that way. Yeah. And roll this back. And I'm going to make a sealing connection between those 2 layers there. Yeah. Now I've got a little bit of excess here at the top, so I'm just going to kind of pinch it up, and then I'm going to find my paintbrush and a tiny bit of water. Yeah. And just very gently begin to blend this seam together. Okay. Can you see that happening? Yeah. All right. Blend, blend, blend that seam in together. and the end I'll just pinch up, nipping off the excess there, just batting it over the top. Now with my finger I'll just go over the seam again with a little more water, just to make sure that we've got a good connection and it's not going to split apart. And then I would set this aside to dry.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So once it's dry, here's one I've got that's already dried off. All right. I'm just going to pop that to one side here. Now once this is dry, I want to do a little sanding on the edges because they're a bit rough. So I've got a little bit of just sanding grit. I'm just going to sand the edges like this. And if you need to do anything on this outside edge, again, you can do a little bit of sanding around the edges.
Is that just quite a fine sandpaper that you're using?
This one is actually quite rough.
Is
and
it?
It's just taking off the rough edges
Yeah,
around the base and giving it a level, so it looks really quite smart. But yes, you can progress onto finer and finer grades of grit as well. And I'm keeping that fairly rough on the outside edge.
I'm just going to quickly squeeze in this clay if I can, Tracey.
Yes,
lots of people asking for the clay. We do have some clay for you. If you want to recreate these designs, then go for it. They are stunning. You've got your 20-gram pack of silver clay. Now, your silver clay is 99.9% pure silver. The weight of this, the finished result, this always blows me away whenever Tracey's here and we see Tracey working with the clay, and then you see the finished result is just phenomenal, just phenomenal. 0800 644 655 for 20 grams of your silver clay. How far would this pack go, Tracey, realistically?
It goes a long way. I've made you know, the earring set here and probably another half dozen beads out of it. I made it go a long way, to be absolutely honest.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Fantastic. So yeah, again, it does go a long way. And remember, you know, when it comes to pricing with this, Tracey, it's important that you remember that it is 99.9% pure
fine silver.
It really is.
And
it's
a really high quality.
It really is. And it's the weight of this is phenomenal as well, isn't it? You can really, again, feel the weight in those pieces. And for me, once I'd worked with Tracey, alongside Tracey in one of her shows, doing the silver clay, it's one of those things that I just have to do. I've got to do this because the results that you can get are quite often when we have cabochons, beautiful cabochons, and I always talk about statement rings, I always talk about bezel setting your cabochon into silver clay because it looks so high end. It really is fantastic. 20 grams, this is a big pack that you've got here. Lots of you multi-buying as well. Tina in Devon, Beverley in London ×2. Tina's got 2. Mrs W in Oxfordshire, you've got 2. Well done. 0800 644 655, £39.95. So Tracey, you've got the earrings here, and you said and more with this pack.
Yes,
what kind of price tag would you be popping on these earrings here, for example?
Those, they're going to be around the £65 mark.
See, you've got your money back. You've got your money back on your clay. You know, you've used quite a lot of the chain in there as well, and some of the black spinels. But you know, you've got a lot of clay left over. That's just, I love them. That's just it. And I would happily give you that price tag for those earrings. They're beautiful. £39.95. Susan in Yorkshire, Carol in the Isle of Anglesey, Christine in Yorkshire, well done, Tina in Devon, Lou in Wiltshire, Catherine, Helena in County Tyrone, you're there as well. Congratulations. NLAC09. Quite a few of you on the telephone lines right now. Just check out as soon as you possibly can for this. I'm going to do it, Tracey. One of these days you'll come in and I'll say, look at what I've made, Tracey.
Excellent.
Yeah. I started so many projects and they're not finished.
Okay, so we've tidied it up with a bit of sanding.
Yeah.
And I want to add a little bit more detail onto it rather than it just being plain.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going to add some syringe detail to it. So I've taken my syringe and put a nice little fine tip on it.
Yeah.
So the detail I'm going to do is really random. So I hold the syringe in my hand. I hold it like a dagger. Different people have different grips on this. They hold it like this. I hold it like a dagger. So I've got this lip purchased on my middle finger there, and my thumb is doing the pushing. Okay, so squeeze, and it'll start to come out. And now I'm just going to allow the clay to do its own thing, really. Just wiggle and squiggle and create its own little patterns. So I don't get too hung up on trying to do something.
Yeah.
Because if you want to do something very specific, sometimes it doesn't go where you want it to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I quite like that though, just random and organic.
These random kind of squiggles. All right, so there's the squiggles. If I stop at any point, which you will need to, so while you blink, then you can see the clay is kind of just hanging on. So rather than pulling away, because that would just it's like unpicking Nana's knitting and everything could come off. If you just touch down and then pull away, you can actually get a release off the piece as well. Can you see the pattern? And then you know, to go back in again, you just start again. Now when you are working with syringe, it's really important that when you finish what you're doing, rather than just leaving it on your side like this, because the clay will dry up inside of here, that you pop it into a little bit of water. Now I've just got a little bottle that I pop it in water, so as it comes in and out, it goes into the water all the time, and as you pull it out the water, you're going to get water dripping off it. So just wipe off the excess water with a tissue, back of your hand, your best clothes, whatever. And now I'm going to add a few little spots and dots to make. So squeeze.
Somebody's texting Tracey regarding hallmarking for these, because you go to the assay office.
Indeed, yes. For anything that weighs over 7.78 grams.
7.78.
Yeah, whatever means you're selling it by, through a craft fair, through a gallery, through a shop, by whatever means you're selling, if you're selling online as well, then if it's over 7.79 grams, by law you will need to have it hallmarked. And you register yourself with one of the 4 assay offices. So there's Birmingham, Edinburgh, London and Sheffield. There's a cost involved in registering yourself in the first instance, and then you get to choose your own maker's mark, which makes you feel a little bit special.
I like that.
So you get to choose. It's usually your initials, and you've got up to 3 letters. I haven't got a middle name, so mine's just TS, in like a little diamond shape. Now you get to choose what shape you want.
Oh, how lovely.
So that's your sponsors or maker's mark. And then the other marks are the quality, the silver. For this is 999. And then the assay office that you're assigned to. So for me, the Yorkshire Rose is what I have, because I'm in Sheffield. And then you've got the Castle for Edinburgh, you've got the Anchor for Birmingham, and the Lion's Head for London. So they're the 3 compulsory marks. There are other optional marks you can have put on as well if you want to, but it's all online. If you want to go online and check out the assay office, the details are there.
Excellent, and it's worth doing as well, especially if you're selling your jewellery, isn't it? And as you say, it's a legal requirement over 7.78 grams.
Gives you some credibility as well. You know, if you're making some silver jewellery, if you can show you've hallmarked it, you know, it shows you've got some...
and I like the idea of having your own initials stamped on there as well.
Okay, so I would complete this with a few more wiggles and squiggles and set this side to dry. There's one more thing I need to do with it, and that's drill a little hole in the top. If I want this to function as kind of an end cap, imagine you could use this for your beading as well. Then you need to have a little hole in the bottom so you can thread something on. So with a little drill, I'm just going to drill a little hole in the bottom here. Okay. Once I've done that, as I say, you need to just allow all this to dry before you take it onto fire. How long would you leave that? Again, about 20 minutes to dry off properly, thoroughly. You will find some of this wiggle and squiggle stuff. Sometimes if it pulls away with a bit of a sharp point, remember this is going to be metal. So one of the little tips, if you take a wet paintbrush and just tap it down, it takes the point into something a bit dull, if you know what I mean. So it's not going to catch on your skin or your clothes or anything else, and it'll be far more comfortable to wear.
Still, every time really fascinates me the fact that that will be metal. Doesn't it? It's clay, and then it's metal. It's phenomenal.
All right. So I'm going to come back to this a bit later. I'm going to show you how to make the little flat square bead as well.
Okay. Just before you start that, Tracey, if it's all right with you, lots of messages about the 925 sterling silver chain. It is 3:30. We did promise it at 3:30. We're going to do it for you now. There's not many opportunities we get to own 3 meters of sterling silver chain. You know, occasionally we'll bring you, you know, kind of like a 16 to 18 inch length in a necklace design that's already good to go. But this is 3 meters of chain that you have here to use exactly how you wish. Have a look at how well made this chain is as well. And actually I did have a 3 meter length of chain just the other day, and we were talking about then, you know, just saying, you know, the chains that we have here at Jewellery Maker, they're not fine, they're not flimsy. You know, you don't look at this and think, gosh, if I catch that, it's going to break. You know, it's really, really well made. Those links are substantial there. You know, if you wanted to use your featherweight head pins, you could get them through very easily if you wanted to attach any gemstones in any way. 3 meter length. Now, with a meter long length, you can get 2 16-inch lengths for necklaces and a 7-inch bracelet or anklet. That's with a meter. So with 3 meters, you could get 6 16-inch lengths and 3 7-inch bracelets or anklets there as well. But as I say, you've got 3 meters all in one, so you can use it exactly how you wish to do so. Great to have on your craft stall, because it might be that, you know, you're the kind of crafter that makes as you go along. As well, if you've got somebody that comes to your craft stall and says, actually, I really like that design, but I'd like it a little bit shorter, or I'd like it a little bit longer. If you've got the chain there good to go, you can make it to order then, really, can't you? Again, if you just wanted to come in and get this today and sell it by the inch on your craft stall, if somebody wants, you know, a 16-inch length of chain, you know, you could make them a necklace there, just the chain by itself, not necessarily any gemstones at all. 2 by 1 millimeters, your links are there in your oval link chain. 925, over half the stock has already gone, because there are so many of you multi-buying. We did start with over 100. Over half of the stock has gone already, and we will bring you a phenomenal, phenomenal price tag. So if we just think about the fact that you could get, excuse me, 6 16-inch lengths. So 16-inch length, the lowest price I've ever seen outside here, outside of us here at Jewellery Maker, is £11.99, which I thought was really, really good. At £11.99, if you see a solid 95 still in silver chain at that price tag, that's good to go. Multi-buy, because it's brilliant. Still not Jewellery Maker prices though, is it? So that was for a 16-inch length. So bearing in mind you could get 2 16-inch lengths and a 7-inch bracelet or anklet. That would put us probably high street cost something around £25, I think, for a metre. There's 3 meters here. 3 meters going to an incredible, incredible price tag of £24.95. Do you know, I'm sure the chain that we had the other day was £34.95. This is £24.95. Slightly different chain to what we had the other day, but still you can see the weight in that chain, you can see the fluidity in that chain, you can see the incredible luster that you have with 925 sterling silver. Okay, over 75 gone. We've got 50 or so in baskets right now. You're not all going to be successful. Do not hang around in auctions like this here at Jewellery Maker. They're on and they're gone very, very quickly. And so many of you multi-buying as well, taking this opportunity, grabbing it with both hands and running in the opposite direction. And that's exactly what I would be doing if I was sat where you're sat today. JYVB68 is your code for this one at £24.95. 3 meters of 925 sterling silver chain. At this moment in time, we've got approximately 15 left. I've got telephone bidders on the phone lines. I've got so many of you with these in baskets. I apologise in advance if you've missed out on this today, because it's such a great deal. It really, really is. Well done. If you've managed to get that, that's phenomenal. I'm just going to spend a while winding this back up. 3 meters. I'll let you carry on, Tracey.
Okay, so what I'm going to make next is the flat, the little flat bead with the hole in the middle where the spinel fits. Okay, so to start that little flat bead, I'm going to take, again, a pinch of my clay and roll it out using my green spacers, which happen to be like 3 cards thick. Okay. So I'm rolling this out initially. And I am going to add a little bit of texture, and I'm going back to some of my favourite things, which is just a simple piece of wallpaper, just to get a really nice shallow texture to this.
Love that.
It's nice and simple, bit of wallpaper there, and just rolled that through, and I've got a very subtle but nice texture onto the back of it. So pop it texture side down. Actually, it really doesn't matter which way it goes up. And then I've got 2 cookie cutters here. These are sort of cake decorating cookie cutters, and I'm going to just press out. Just hopefully get that in the centre, if I can see. Just up there. So I've just cut out those 2 shapes, scoop out the middle section, and lift away the excess from the outside. Now leave that alone and just set that aside to dry. Now, as you can see, I've got a little collection of them here in front of me. And I've just made lots and lots of these, making to make towards my beads. Okay, so once that's dry, I'll just pop that to one side. Once they're dry, we then need to think about how we're going to make the back section. And because they are a bead, they've got a little channel in them, so you can thread them. So I'm going to take one of my sections, my pieces, and just spritz it with a little water. Like so, just a tiny bit of water, just so it gets damp, and take myself another card and roll out another piece of clay. And the water is just softening this up a little, so that's why I've just spritzed it ahead of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to repeat that again. So roll out some of my clay using my 3 cards or 0.75mm spacers, go over the wallpaper again, just the once. And this time, lovely. Okay, that's going to come out fine. Now I've got this little brass pin. Now this is a piece of brass wire that I've managed to find, which is going to help us create the little channel.
Excellent.
All right. Now I'm also going to put a little bit of syringe just from point to point, and point to here. And that's just to stop this little pin from rolling around. If I just sit it on that little bit of clay there, that stops it dancing around while I want to do the next little section. So I'm going to take this little piece of clay, and I've now got it texture side up, and I'm just going to pop that on top like so. I take a little piece of my cling film and a sponge and just gently press down on top.
I see.
So you're starting to see an impression of where the other one is, but also it's making a good seal and connection between these 2 layers. So lift away that cling film, and I'm just going to lift my card and flip the whole thing over. There we go. Now I need to just remove the excess. So I'm taking my needle tool, dip that in a little badger balm, and I'm just going to needle tool out the excess from inside and the excess from the outside, like so. Like that. And if I just lift that away, come on, if you come. Okay. And then if I flip it over, you can see from the back side, I just need to gently ease the excess away and pop that back under my pot to dry. And then I'm just going to set that to one side to dry. Now I've got a couple that have been drying already. So these are now already dried. I just need to remove this little pin. So if I get hold of the whole thing gently and twist, 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 and that little pin will gently come away.
That's brilliant. Barbara in Surrey's texting, she says, I found the silver clay easy to use. Don't overwork it though, let it cool. I used the poppy silicone mould from JM, and I'm so pleased with the finish. It's fab, isn't it? It really is great.
Excellent. Okay, so now we just need to tidy up. I'm going to tidy up on the inside and the outside. So I'm just going to use a little file to gently file round the inside of this little bead. Just to make sure that all those edges are nice and clean and don't show any excess. So I'll work that round and round and round, round, round. And again, on the outside, if I get a flat file, I can tidy up the outside edges too. Or there's a little cheat, you can get a wet wipe and just wet wipe. Wet wipe the edges here too. Now, we know that channel is clean and all the way through because we've just had the pin through it as well. But you might want to just double check. Now I use the same size drill bit as the size of the pin. So in this instance it was 0.8mm. It's a 0.8mm drill bit. And I'm just going to pass that through making sure that channel is clear. So we've got no dust that's settled inside of there as we've filed it off. I would spend a little bit more time cleaning this up and filing that off. So all the way through those channels, make sure they're clean and clear. And when you've made however many you want, then you're ready to fire everything together. So you can fire your cones, your little end cones, and you can fire your flat beads.
Brilliant.
Fire them either with your blowtorch or on your gas hob, you know, however you normally fire your silver clay. It's really easy to fire.
They're fantastic, aren't they? I'm going to squeeze in the syringe type for you now. The silver clay syringe you've got here as well. So again, if you wanted to do those finer little bits of detail like Tracey's done on the earrings, and again, you know, that is just attention to detail, isn't it? We were talking about the other day that, you know, kind of with less is more, or you know, finer detail. It draws people into your designs, doesn't it? You know, it makes people pick things up and look close at designs as well. I mean, those bead caps would look fabulous left as they are, but if you want to add that little attention to detail, this is the perfect tool for the job there. 0800 644 655 JKAC 57 is your code. £24 and 95 pence. And as you say, Tracey, you just keep it in that water. Would you keep it in that all the time? Would you? Or?
I do. I permanently leave it in water all the time.
Yeah.
You know, if all else failed, if you can leave it in water, yes, you're going to save yourself, because it can go hard in time.
Yeah, of course. And Tracey's just got, if you've ever seen the travel bottles that you can get in lots of...
That's exactly what they are.
Yeah, I can tell if I use them. The ones you're taking your hand luggage for your cosmetics, that's it, cosmetics containers. Just so you can pick them up really cheaply as well, can't you? So Tracey's just got hers sat in one of those bottles there. Yeah. So do make sure you're putting it in water as well. £24 and 95 pence. Lucinda, you've got yours. Karen in the Isle of Anglesey, collect it in London, collect it in Warwickshire. Mrs W. Beverly's got 2, well done. Tina in Nottinghamshire, collect it in Essex, collect it in Cheshire. Christine and Natasha, you're there as well. A huge congratulations. JK AC 57 is your code for this one. Make sure you're coming in and confirming. I'm just going to bring you some more clay as well, because I bought you the 20 gram. I've got the 10 gram pack here as well for you. So with 10 grams, how much do you think you could get with 10 grams on Tracey? Good few pairs of earrings?
Yeah, you can get certainly a good decent amount of earrings out of that, or, you know, good size pendant.
Wow.
Rings.
What about if I was making a ring? What about if I wanted to kind of, I don't know, bezel set one of my my smaller kind of Labradorite cabochons into?
Certainly a 10 gram bag I do absolutely fine to make a ring and do a gemstone setting.
I love it. So if you've got the 20 grams and you want some more, why not add to your order today? Take advantage of that one postage and packaging. 0800 644 655 Webbers. Make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. £21 and 95 pence for you today. Well done if you've already managed to check these out. And please, again, send in your designs. I would love to see the pieces that you're creating. I've got to be completely honest, you know, silver clay is probably one of my favourite mediums here at Jewellery Maker. I am besotted with it. I love it so much. I really do. And the results you can get, as you can see in all of these designs, is just incredible. It really is. JOAC 36 is your code for these. Collect it in Essex, well done. Lorraine in Aberdeenshire. Collect it in Hampshire. Susan in Yorkshire. Natasha in Angus. Hazel in Wiltshire, you've just got yours as well. Come in, get these home and just give it a go. You know, if you came in earlier on and you got the bronze, the white bronze clay that we had earlier on that we launched today, you know, maybe practice, you know, do your prototypes with that and then go on to your silver clay. But it might be that you're an expert and you're just topping up your silver clay stash today. It's so fantastic, isn't it? And as Tracey said with regards to hallmarking as well, if you go onto the assay website, you can find lots of information there as well. But the legal requirement is 7.78, 7.78 grams, and that does need to be hallmarked there as well. So just bear that in mind, especially if you're selling your pieces. Well done if you've got that in your basket. Check out as soon as you can. That's fantastic. Righty ho then, Tracey.
Okay, so once your pieces have completely dried, you're going to take them on to fire.
Right.
So firing with a blowtorch, if you're going to fire these on with a blowtorch at home, you need something to fire on, obviously a little fire brick. Yeah. And you light your flame and you just keep the flame moving around the pieces constantly. You'll see smoke, flames, that's all quite normal. And you're going to take these to a gentle orange glow. Okay. Now don't take them so bright that they start to get silvery. If you see them turn silver, you've actually hit melting point, which is 961 degrees. So you got them really hot. So you want to keep them below that. So they're just that gentle orange glow until you've got them completely fired. Leave them to cool, and then you're ready for polishing. All the silver is white like this until you're ready for polishing.
Yeah.
So polishing can begin with a little bit of wire brushing. This is kind of where the magic happens.
I love this.
So if we wire brush like this, you can see already it's starting to, you start to get the colour. So I turn it over in here, and you can use wire brushes if you've got tumbler machines or anything, or you know, your Dremel polishing equipment. It's probably going to help you.
Would be fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. Use just the appropriate little head, so you can see it starts to get all silvery. So it doesn't take a lot. You just need to get the whiteness off it.
Yeah.
And I describe this white as being, when you have a piece of velvet, you know the way you look at a piece of velvet and it can be dull, and then if you stroke it, it goes all shiny. It's kind of the same kind of thing. So all the fibres, all the particles of silver are just standing up on end when it's been fired. Dropping it. So when you start to polish, you're starting to kind of smooth it down. You line it all up, so you get the reflection. So that's what you get when you get it looking more like the silver you know and recognise. So you can see this is starting to happen.
Wow.
Okay,
Love that.
starting to come up. If you want to go on and patina these with liver of sulphur, this one's been patinaed with chemical, which is liver of sulphur. It's just literally a drop of liver sulphur in some hot water, and I hold on to them with some tweezers. The hotter and stronger the solution, the quicker the reaction. So you dip them in, dip them out. Sometimes it'll go sort of copper tones. The longer you leave it, the darker it goes until you get the colour you want. Then you can neutralise it in bicarbonate of soda and water. So once you've oxidised your pieces, then I'm just going to go back in with my drill and make sure that hole is clean and clear once more. So back through here, I go in one end and back out and back through the other end and back out. So I know it's going all the way through. Yeah?
Yeah.
So there's my bead. All right, so for assembling, I take my wire on this chain. I've already started to kind of thread it on.
Okay.
And I'm going to thread it on into what looks like a little fringe or tassel. So I've just taken a length of the chain, and I've taken a really fine wire here. This is like 0.4 mil gauge wire, which was just in my stash. And I'm going to just thread it through. It would help if I had my glasses on, really. Thread it through the links of the chain, like so. So you end up with a little fringe.
Wow, I love that.
Isn't that cool? Okay, then you can just cut this off with the length you want. Where's them pliers gone? I've lost my pliers now. I think they're just over here. 1 second, I'll just go and grab the cutter pliers.
Did the chain sell out, did it, Toby? I'm
already gone.
It did. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to cut that off here.
Okay.
All right, so now I've got my little fringe.
Love that.
I'm just going to twist this wire together. Twist, 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 twist. And give yourself a decent length to work with, so you're not kind of making it too difficult for yourself. All right. And then I'm just going to snip off at the end here. So now I've got my little fringe. I will actually, these are
still joined.
Still joined. I will cut through those eventually. Now, one thing I did do, I added a little bead on here. Now, this was, again, just a little bead I found somewhere in my stash from previous jobs. And I find this little bead just stops the chain from sort of moving around inside the cup. So where we've got a hole, I'm now going to thread that through. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle to find the hole. I'll tidy up this end.
Okay.
All right, so find it. Oh, there we go. Straight through this time. So there's our little... And I'm going to thread it through here and the bead as well, all at the same time. So this is a little bit fiddly too. So bear with me. There's my end, there's my end. Got to find the hole.
Okay.
Thread it through and find the hole in the bead.
I don't know about you, Tracey, but I'm not breathing while you're doing it. I'm concentrating for you.
Are you? Oh, bless you. There we go. I'm through. I'm through. Okay. And I've got to go through to the other end as well. Okay. I'm sorry, this is going a bit slow.
No, obviously, Tracey's under pressure. This is live television, you know. At home, you can just take your time. No worries. You're not against the clock at home, are you? Do you know, shall we? Should we bring in the paste? Just while Tracey's trying to do that there.
That would be great.
Your 10 gram art clay silver paste I've got for you here. So again, this is used, it's like glue, is it?
Yes,
yeah.
You know, you use it to stick all your pieces together.
Yeah. So again, you know, it's an essential really, isn't it?
It is an essential,
when
yeah.
you're using your silver clay.
Yeah.
So you've had the 20 gram pack today. Which loads of you came in for. I brought you the 10 gram pack. We've had the syringe for you. You will need the paste for this one. The code is SWAC93 for this one. 0800 644 655 or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. So I'm imagining with this actually, Tracey, that actually 10 grams of this would really go far because you're not using a massive amount of it, are you?
No,
really?
you're using it very sparingly indeed, and you can use the paste all by itself.
Yeah.
Painted leaves, honestly, really, you can you start to paint it onto a leaf if you want to, onto the back of a leaf.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing to do for brides.
Yeah.
And then you've got, you know, you can keep a leaf from the bride's bouquet and things like that, and it can go to.
I love that idea. Yeah, of course, because your flowers generally they just die, don't they? Unless you've got a bouquet like Gemma Crow's.
It's a wonderful little keepsake.
Yeah, that's a really, really nice idea. I really, really like that. 10 grams in total you've got here. Well done if you've already checked out. Collect it in Warwickshire. Beverly, well done. Tina, Natasha, you're there as well. So many of you that have already been in for the clay are coming back in. Well done. You will need this again. If you come in for the clay for the first time today, then come in and get yourself the paste as well at £27.95. And as Tracey said, you know, it goes such a long way. As regards to storage, Tracey, with this, it's got a lid on it, hasn't it?
It has got a lid on, and if at worst it should dry out, which sometimes it can.
Yeah.
It's no worries. You just get your spritz bottle and spritz a little water into it.
That's fab.
And then just mix it
up again.
Mix it back up into paste consistency. So it just needs to be like double cream.
Yeah. Excellent, there you go, brilliant. £27.95. Judith in West Sussex, and Kerry and Paul in Belfast, Jean in Lanarkshire, Tina's got 2, Christina's got 2, so well done to you. If you've got that in your basket, do make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. How are you getting on there? Are you all right now?
Ta-da! Managed. I managed to thread it.
Excellent.
So all I'm going to do now is do a little wrapped loop at the top of here, and then this will go onto my ear wire. So,
excellent.
Little loop.
And you had your 925 sterling silver earring findings as well in the kit as well, didn't you?
Indeed.
That Tracey has used in the designs over here as well. They're so high end. I love those earrings.
Okay, so I just done my little wrap loop, trim off the excess, and then I'm just going to pop on my ear wire. Just open that up a little, slide that on.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Look how glamorous are these as well. So high end with all that silver you've got there as well. They are fantastic. They really, really are. SWAC93 is the code for the paste. Lots of you still with those in baskets. And again, the kit, I'm not sure if there was any of the kit left. I know last time we looked, just a few, and again so many in baskets. Can't guarantee that you're all going to do it if you've got them in your baskets, so you need to be checking out as soon as you can. Are we going to a break? Do you know, I'm going to show you first off, before we go to a break, what's coming up in your next hour for you. Thank you so much for showing us those, Tracey.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with Tracey in about an hour's time, actually. The challenge. Did you get the challenge strand?
I have now. I've only just got it.
Terrible.
So
After about 2 hours,
you squirreled it
the guest
away,
designers. All right, Mike. Steady on. I'm not that fast. What's that? Can you move quicker, please? Yeah, we'll be back with Tracey in about an hour's time. Yeah, after about 2 hours, our poor guest designers will say, Hannah, can I have the challenge, please? I need to get a wriggle on. That's me. Deal of the day today is your amber. It's Amber Day here at Jewellery Maker. We've had some beautiful rundowns. We've had the carved flower already. I've got another one coming up for you. This is your cherry amber. The depth of colour is phenomenal. I'm going to have to get the torch out for this one. Isn't it beautiful? Genuine amber, your card draw is coming up for you as your deal of the day at 4:30 this afternoon. After the break, I've got Swiss Blue Topaz. This is, you know, gemstone quality we're talking here. This is so high end. This will be a considered purchase, going to make no bones about it. But you can see here the quality, the clarity that you have in your topaz is just exceptional. Just exceptional. Okay, make sure you're coming back after the break for all of these treats. I've got another hour with you today before Martha joins you on The Late Show with guest designer Fleur. Don't go anywhere and I'll be back with you in a few minutes.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
So you saw us in the pit digging, and we found a few bits for some manual sortation. After we finished with the manual sortation, we then want to have one more second chance to make sure we didn't miss anything. So we take the digger comes into the hopper. It's what we call a three-way hopper. So the very fine grains go off that end because there's nothing in the fine grains that we could facet. The big rocks come over here. Again, we can't go through all the big rocks, we haven't got the explosives. And then the medium size come on the conveyor belt. And then we have water on it, which gives it nice and wet, gives it more of a shine. And then we sit here manually going through